Amazing what people will do for some pussy. Or even the thought of some pussy. Because at this point, he's not even had a blowjob or anything. Not even put the tip in, mate.
Mate, and all he got was 50 grand.
I know. Well, in the film, he gets 20 grand. In real life, he was 50. On this, he gets 20 grand put down his undies.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Six and Below. This week, we're on a journey to North Carolina with Masterminds. I'm Erik. This is Darren.
Welcome in to Six and Below Movie Podcast.
Cue the intro. So, Masterminds.
Well, a little bit sarcastic title.
Just a tad, yeah.
Just a tad.
These guys are idiots. I mean, how do you even manage to get away with this? I just don't know.
Worst thing about it, it was based on a true story.
Oh, no. From was it one of the biggest cash robberies in U.S. history?
Yeah, on
mil?
U.S. soil.
Yeah. Bloody stupid. But yeah, I did a bit of reading up on the backstory.
Yeah.
A lot of it, like some of obviously we taken liberty with a few facts, but pretty much the basis. Yeah, he robbed it, hooked off to Mexico, and then they all got caught. End of.
Did they send a guy down to kill him?
Well, the FBI did fear that they were in fear of his life.
Yeah.
And there was a guy called, I think there was a guy called Michael McKinney that was sent down to possibly go and do him in.
All right, so use the real name.
Yeah, 2 secs. I'm pretty sure it was from looking on, obviously getting this from Wikipedia. So,
Right, so David's name, what's his real life name?
David Kent.
Oh, so you use the names.
Use the right name, yeah. I think that all the names are the same, yeah. But, yeah.
You can't be that
so
retarded,
he bought
though.
a BMW Z3, so that was true. Yeah, also as well, when they found the van in real life from the robbery, there was that much cash and they hadn't accounted for how much, like $17 million was going to be in cash, that they ended up actually leaving $3.3 million in the back of the van.
Oh, right.
Because they obviously took the Loomis Fargo van, loaded it up with cash, took it to another place to basically load it into cars or whatever to leave the van there. They ended up leaving $3.5 million in the back of the van. They had that much cash.
That's crazy, that.
Yeah, it was bloody daft. I'm just trying to find this here.
Just imagine being the first person to just walk past the robbery, or the van anyway. It's been dumped, and you're like, oh.
Mate, you'd definitely fill your pockets, wouldn't you?
And more.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be... You would, though.
Yeah.
Definitely. Oh, you definitely would. Imagine you're just walking your dog and you just walk past this van and you're like, what's that van dumped there for? Have a look in the back's open. All this fucking money. Definitely won't be leaving
100%, mate.
Before you call it in.
Definitely go for it, haven't you?
I'd ring the wife. I'd be like, get down here in the car now, quickly load this up right now, go and fuck off. And then I'd be ringing up the police. Yeah, I found this van. Yeah, all the money was gone.
Here's one for you.
Well,
right. So if you find stolen money in a bag randomly dumped somewhere, is that still classed as theft if you take it?
You would technically have to report it. If you took it and didn't report it, it would be theft. If you report it and no one claims it, I think after a certain amount of time, it can then become yours.
Mm.
So I think it's happened to people as well. Do you know, like where they bought? I've read an article ages ago. I think someone bought a house and he was rooting around in the loft and found about 20 grand in cash in the loft, and he ended up reporting it, and the previous owner tried to claim it, but then I think they ended up looking into the previous owner as to why he had 20 grand stashed away upstairs. And I think it turned out that it was like drug money or something like that.
Taxman, mate.
Yeah,
that's the only reason you get in trouble.
That's it, mate.
Bastards.
Oh yeah, here we go. So it says here, the FBI recorded a phone call from Gant in Mexico that said the final connection was made. By then, FBI had become greatly concerned for Mr. Gant's personal safety. They had learned that Chambers had plotted to have Gant killed in a murder for hire scheme using a hitman named Michael McKinney.
No way.
Yeah. So same as in the film. I don't think they got friendly like they did in the film.
Yeah.
Because that was just weird.
It was great.
Some kind of weird romance going on, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, apparently, so that bit was true. Yeah.
No way.
So, did this film have a cinema release, by the way? Because I know we watched it on Netflix in the UK, but
I don't think it did. It might have been straight to DVD or something.
I'd never heard of it until it showed up on our list last week.
I've got the box office, but we'll go through that when I do the vitals.
It was box office then. It must have been a cinema release. Must have been, because otherwise it'd just be like viewing figures or like when we've done like Netflix original shit before.
It's not Netflix original though.
No, but I mean when it's been like straight to streaming and stuff like that. Unless it just had a limited release. But there's a lot of big name stars in it.
There really is.
I mean, half the cast of Saturday Night Live are in it.
Well, what year did The Hangover come out?
Oh God, that was ages ago. That was way before this though.
About 2009, 2010.
Yeah, I think so.
And then you had the second and the third
2009, 2011 for the second one, and 2013 for the third one. This was only 2 years after the third.
With Zach though, off the back of them three, you'd think it'd be a lot more hyped.
How would you pronounce his name?
Oh, God knows, mate.
Zach Galifianakis. It's hard to do when you hear your own voice. One sec, let me turn this down. Zach Galifianakis. Galifianakis?
I don't know.
Zach Galifianakis. Galifianakis? I don't.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Click quiz.
Yes, go on.
What did we eat? Oh, sinks are goner. What are you doing? It's coming out of me like lava. We've done too much. Look at me. Oh.
Apologies if you are eating, by the way, listening to our podcast.
Yeah, that was disgusting.
And it wasn't a porno.
So if you think you know what that is, if you're on YouTube, leave us a comment, or you can contact us at
6 and Below Podcast at gmail.com.
Hey. That's the first time you've ever done that bit, isn't it?
It is actually, yeah.
Usually me that does it.
Threw me on the spot.
I know. You always do it to me though. You always used to do it. When we first started, he'd be like, yeah, and for like 4 weeks I was getting it wrong every week.
Well, we've got actual 2 emails now. So it's either the number 6 or the SIX.
Yes.
Either way, it'll come through to us.
Dealer's choice. But stay tuned to the end. Find out what that film was and see if you got it right. Give yourself a pat on the back.
And we've got a Discord channel now, so the link is down below if you want to go and join our Discord. In the Discord, you can see the list that we've currently got of the films. And if you want to suggest a film, contact us on email or in the comment section below.
Yes.
Vitals.
Go on.
Let's get the vitals on the go.
Hit me.
Released in 2015. Runtime 1 hour and 30. IMDb rating 5.8. Metacritic 47.
Ah, not bad.
Wasn't too bad on there. Rotten Tomatoes, however, they thought otherwise. Critics 34.
Ooh.
Audience 35.
Wow. Wow, just 1% between them. Jesus.
Very, very close.
That's very rare.
It is very rare.
Wow.
Especially when you look at the IMDb, that's literally 58%.
Yeah. I don't want to give anything away, but I didn't think it was that bad.
I thought it was good. Yeah, I thought it was good.
Yeah.
Budget?
Well,
what do you reckon?
For this?
Considering all these big names.
That's a good point, actually.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Wow. Is this the first wow we've done?
I think it is, actually.
Oh, wow. Does he say wow in it? Wow.
Don't think he does. It's the only film he doesn't say it.
I think so. Must be. Not even when he sees all the money. Does he not go, oh, wow.
Oh, that's a good point, that.
The Wilson. Should have watched it.
I should have watched it closer.
Well, I did watch it twice. Like budget. I don't know. Can't imagine they spent that much on it. So 40 mil?
25.
Oh, yeah, I was thinking in the 20s, but I thought at least one of these is probably getting 20 mil.
Yeah, so it's not bad, that.
Yeah. I wonder how much each of these got then.
Box office gross.
Go on.
Higher or lower?
Lower.
Well, than 25.
I'm going to say 15.
29.6.
Worldwide?
Yes. However, cinema and box office, they take half of it.
Maybe they should have marketed it because, like I say, I'd never heard of this.
I didn't see anything.
I mean...
Well, if you look at Barbie, how much hype that got compared to this.
Yeah, even bloody Oppenheimer.
Barbie was everywhere, mate. I was listening like Radio 1. constantly on there talking about it. They're getting social media people talking about it, TikTok stars talking about it on London buses. Everywhere you went, it was just Barbie, Barbie, Barbie. This thing, I thought if you'd got a page in a bloody newspaper.
No. Considering the stars that are in it as well.
Mm.
Which, yeah.
Unless they only distributed it in the American cinema, then thought, no, done that bad. There's no point putting it out.
Maybe, like I say, maybe it just had a limited release. I don't know. But, yeah. Like I say, considering the names that are in it and the fact that I hadn't heard of it until it came up on our list. Because I know when it came up, I was like, Masterminds, what the hell is that? And then we had a look at the trailer and it was like, oh, how have I never heard of this?
That's how I seen it. I came across Netflix and I was just scrolling through and it said, because we've been doing this podcast, it starts recommending random films for you to watch.
That is like, the problem.
You might like this.
That is the problem with doing this podcast, is that everything that's recommended on all my streaming services now is just utter shite.
Yes.
Because we're 31 films in, it's like... It was funny last night. I was sat there with the missus and I said, should we watch a film? She's like, yeah. She said, should we watch something good for a change? I was like, you know what? As a treat, go on. You know what we ended up watching?
What?
X-Men First Class. And I wouldn't have really called that good.
Which one's that one?
Oh, the first one with like Fassbender and the guy who used to be in Shameless. What's his name? He was in Wanted as well. No, the Young Guns with Jennifer Lawrence and all that. It's like the first one of them. Kevin Bacon in it as well.
I didn't mind it.
No, it was good, but it's not like...
We've got an X-Men film on our list, you know.
Eh?
We've got an X-Men film on our list.
Is it Dark Phoenix?
It is.
That was freaking terrible. Have you seen that?
Not yet.
Got bloody Sansa Stark as what's her face? Jean Grey. Is it Jean Grey?
Jean? Yeah, Jean,
Jean.
maybe. Anyways, back to our film.
Well.
So, on a side note, the movie Chappie was higher grossed than this film.
Hey, Chappie.
Hey, Chappie.
Oh, with that's got that weird band in it. The Ant Word.
Ninja.
That South African, yeah. The Ant Word. I think the band is called Yolanda and Ninja.
Mm-hmm.
Sing the song, Darren.
I am a samurai. Don't know the rest of the words.
That's the video with that creepy kid in it, wasn't it?
Yeah, the little alien.
Yeah. He was real though, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He had some kind of like disease or something.
Yeah, but his little crew are full of basically like raw circus freaks, the whole lot of them.
The thing is, right?
I don't mean to sound bad, but literally it is.
I remember like when they first kind of appeared on the scene and I thought, surely they're just kind of, you know, like taking the piss out of themselves and stuff like that. But no. They're deadly serious in what they do. It's weird.
They're weird.
It's some kind of like Afrikaner, South African kind of rap band that just take themselves way too serious. I mean, you'll see some of the videos on YouTube and stuff like that, and oh my god,
they're crazy though as well, like with guns and shit.
Are they?
Yeah.
Well, I know in bloody Chappie. I don't know how they ended up in the film Chappie, but yeah, they have quite a main part in that, both of them.
The girl as well.
Yeah.
She's a creep.
Her and Ninja, because I think, if I remember right, I think they were a couple at one point. I think they've got a kid together as well.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're together anymore or something. I don't know. But that's what I mean. Though, with that weird, I just remember like going down a bit of a rabbit hole. Who the hell are these people? Like,
I've done that.
Yeah.
I wish it didn't.
No, I wish I didn't.
I had nightmares.
Word of advice: don't do it. It's just weird. But yeah, I'm not. To be honest, Chappie didn't that kind of come on the back of that? Was it District 9 when there was like kind of the South African style films that were kind of coming
Possibly.
out? Because that was set in South Africa as well, and I think they came off kind of the back of that as well.
Isn't Hugh Jackman in it?
In Chappie?
Yeah.
Don't know. Not sure actually.
It's on our list to watch anyway.
Yeah, I have seen that, and yeah, it's weird.
Right, back to the grossing films of 2015.
Yeah, go on.
Top one. Do you want to guess these? So
2015.
Yeah. It is a film franchise.
So it's going to be something from like the Marvels. So 2015, Infinity.
No, not Marvels.
Not Marvels. Not a Marvel film.
Owned by Disney.
Owned by Disney. Film franchise. Star Wars.
Yep.
God, what are them latest ones called? The Last Jedi or something?
You've probably not got to get it then.
Go on.
Episode 7.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was that many, to be honest with you.
Yeah, what was the name though? Episode 7, what?
The Force Awakenings.
Oh, right. That's
2 billion.
2 billion.
2 billion.
Was that the first one of the... Yeah, it would have been, yeah. So that would have been the first one of the... Was that 2015, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
How many are there now?
9. Oof. Of the main series, and then obviously you've got like the Han Solo, Rogue One.
Oh, do you mean like 1,500 different spin-offs?
Yeah.
Coined it right, haven't they?
Oh, yeah.
Any character that is in it, even the side character in the bloody Hoochie Bar at the start, he's got his own series.
I mean, I don't blame him. I mean, they bought it off George Lucas, and they needed to make some money.
Yeah, that wasn't cheap, was it?
No.
Next one.
Go on.
Is it's hard to try and explain to give it away.
Who's in it?
Okay. I think because I can't remember the. Right, it's not got Jeff.
Jeff.
No, it is. My mind's gone blank.
Is it Jurassic Park?
What?
Jurassic Park.
Which one? It's hard because I can't remember where it starts and finishes type thing. When
first one of the new franchise.
Could be.
What's it called?
You guess.
Jurassic Park. No, I can't remember the names of them.
Right, it doesn't
It's
have
one of them
park
called
in it.
Dominion.
Doesn't have a park in it.
Does it not? Jurassic World.
Yes. 1.6 billion.
Right.
Who stars in Jurassic World?
Chris Pratt.
Is it Chris Pratt then?
Yeah, and Bryce Dallas Howard.
Right, so which one's the one where Jeff Goldblum goes back and he has his daughter?
Oh, that's the second one. Jurassic Park. Oh, what's that one called now? For fuck's sake, Jurassic.
Isn't one called like Extinction and stuff as well?
I think they're the ones that are the latest ones. Jurassic World, Extinction or something. But Jurassic Park 2. Something. Oh, what's it called? Oh. That was it. The Lost World, Jurassic Park, was the second one with Jeff Goldblum when he somehow has a daughter who is, let's just say, a different hue.
Yeah, right. That's one way to say it. Very close to Fast X.
Yeah, so it's very similar to Fast X.
He
Fast X'd it before Fast X was a thing.
Right, so I thought Fast and Furious were crazy with their names. You know, the way they mix and match different things. Obviously, Furious 7, you got F8, etc.
Yeah.
And Fast X for Fast and Furious 10. But you got Jurassic Park. Then you're saying to me you got Jurassic Park World.
So you've got Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
And you've got The Lost World, Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Then you've got Jurassic Park 3. And then you've got Jurassic World. Hold the line, caller. And then you've got, after that, what were the other ones? Then you've got Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. And then you've got Jurassic World Dominion.
Not seeing that one.
That's the one that's got Jeff Goldblum in and Sam Neill from the original.
Oh, right. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So they come back for some reason. No idea why. I can't remember. I have seen the film. Oh, and Laura Dern as well.
Right.
So the original cast come back, basically.
Why don't they just keep it as Jurassic Park and then change it to Jurassic Park World and then go 1, 2, 3, whatever?
Because he tried to do a soft reboot, didn't he?
I know, but it does me a thing when they start mixing and matching all the films. Because then when you're trying to watch it, if you turn around and say to your missus, oh, let's sit down and have a marathon of Jurassic Park. So you're like, what order does it go in?
No, it's kind of similar when you try and watch the Marvels, though, isn't it? The Marvel Cinematic Universe. There's the order that they came in, and then there's the timeline order.
Mm. So
I know what you mean. They do get confusing, but yeah, they should stick to a concept. And yeah, it's like with iPhones, well, iPads in it.
Yeah.
It's like iPhones aren't too bad, but iPads, if you try and decipher which iPad is the current one, it's like, my God.
Yeah, confusing, isn't it?
And they've just released a load more about 3 days ago. Anyway, iPads.
Apple gives a sponsor.
I was just about to say, Send me an iPad, please. Thank you.
Product placement.
I know.
We're taking a leaf out of Adam Sandler, aren't we?
Yeah.
No, with the monster drinks.
Lewis Hamilton's jizz.
That is our code name for it, by the way. So we're on the phone to
Well,
anybody.
It's because, right, it's a Lewis Hamilton Monster energy drink, right?
It is nice, to be fair.
But you try and say, oh, what flavour is it? And all it says is essence of Lewis Hamilton. It doesn't actually say that. But it doesn't actually tell you what flavour it's supposed to be anywhere on the can. All it does is give you a little bit of info about Lewis Hamilton for some reason. So the only thing I can decipher is Lewis Hamilton's jizz. But it's got
Be
good
careful,
jizz.
women. You can get pregnant from this drink.
Yeah. Don't. You spill this on your seat. Don't sit on it. Make sure you mop it up.
Yep. That's what happened to you, didn't it? Last week.
Yes. Did it?
Oh, with Arnie.
Oh. That's how Arnie got pregnant.
That is right. The next one, which is number 3, at 1.5 billion. It's one of the Fast and Furious franchises. But which number?
2015. How many billion?
1.5.
7.
How did you know that from what it made? He was like, fucking right, man.
I watched a documentary on it the other day.
Did you?
Yeah. About the franchise. And
So, what was the budget? How did it make?
no, I just know that
7.
one made a load of money because I think it was the last one with Paul Walker in it.
So, out of a possible 200 films
Yes.
on Box Office Mojo,
Yes.
where do you think this ranked?
I don't think it did.
It did and it didn't.
I'm gonna say in the hundreds somewhere. Then if it's on there, it's gonna be like 170.
Right. The reason why I'm saying it did and it technically didn't,
Right, go on.
because on Box Office Mojo, I couldn't see it in the list.
Right,
But, however,
So
it
it's not on
gave
there.
me what it made in the box office.
right.
So then when I've gone down the list to roughly where it would be in the box office,
It's not there.
it's not there. So I've placed it in there for them at 183
183 and a half
ish.
ish. 183 ish.
That's
Yeah,
around that
but-
region.
That don't surprise me, to be honest, considering the box office takings, which is a travesty, really, because this is. I've seen worse films that have scored higher and
Oh.
had a higher gross.
Yeah.
And have had shitter cast.
Super Mario Bros.
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah, fuck me.
If you want to go catch that episode.
Shall we
Written,
do the,
directed.
Yeah. So this was directed by a guy called Jared Hess. Now, the only thing I can really see that he's done previously is Napoleon Dynamite. The
Oh.
director for that.
Not seen it.
And you never seen that, no?
No.
I don't know why that film got such hype when it came out, because I've seen it and it's nothing special.
That's that proper dorky kid, isn't it?
That dorky kid, yeah, who's like, he's just weird the whole way through it, and then does some weird dance at the end that everyone loved, but it was just a weird dance.
The little afro.
I can't remember what he looks like, but he went
With
on to
glasses.
being, yeah, he was in like Blades of Glory and stuff like that. He had a little bit of 15
That's him.
minutes of fame and that.
I love that Blades of Glory.
Oh, that what?
Blades of Glory.
Oh.
Tongue twisted, mate. It's
that
like
the-
an even self-talk.
Yeah, yeah.
I trip myself up all the time.
The only other film I recognise as well
Oh,
was
bloody
Nacho
hell.
Libre.
All right.
That's could be on our list, 5.9. I've seen that and that is terrible. Have you seen that with Jack Black? He's like some kind of Mexican wrestler.
I've had it on in the background, but didn't pay attention to it.
Yeah, bloody terrible film. So writers wise, we had 3 writers. We had Chris Bowman.
Yep.
Now I couldn't really see anything else that he had wrote that I kind of recognised. A load of weird stuff, so I'm not even going to mention it. Then we had Hubble Harmer was another writer. Hubble, Hubbel.
American.
Yeah, I assume so. Had to be. Did you know there was a Napoleon Dynamite TV series? Because this guy was a writer for it.
Oh, no, I didn't know.
No? Oh,
He's tried to cash in on it.
I know. Massively. And then the next one was Emily Spivey. Now she's done writing for quite a few TV series. She's done some for Saturday Night Live.
Ah,
She's probably the most accomplished of the writers. And then the film, casting wise, so quite a few big names. So there's Zach Galifianakis. Don't know how you actually say his name. So he plays the main character, David
Yep.
Gant. We've got Owen Wilson. Wow. Steve
Wow.
Chambers. We have Kristen Wiig as Kelly Campbell. Ross Kimball as Eric Payne, which was one of Steve's goons. Then we've got Devin Ratteray as a guy called Runny. Now, you'll probably recognise him from Home Alone. He played Buzz, Kevin's brother.
Thought I recognised him.
Yeah. So it's got him in it, all grown up.
Right.
Mary Elizabeth Ellis, which some people may know her from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Who did she play?
In Always Sunny, the waitress.
No, in this.
Oh, Michelle Chambers, Owen Wilson's wife.
Oh, right, yep.
So do you know who Charlie Day is? He's in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia as well. I don't know if you ever watched that.
No, not seen it.
So that's his wife in real life.
Right.
Jason Sudeikis as Mike McKinney. Kate McKinnon as Jandice, who was funny as hell.
Jandice?
That's her name, Jandice.
I thought it was Janice.
No, Jandice.
Is it?
Jandice. Or Jandice, I think you pronounce it. Jandice.
I thought it was Janice.
No, Jandice.
All right.
Jandice is the spelling of it.
Wow, hillbilly name, that, isn't it?
I know, right? Then we got Leslie Jones as the FBI agent, Scanlon. Don't ever remember them mentioning the name.
No.
And then the other FBI agent is a chap called John Daly, and his name in there is Louis.
Pluie.
Plewe.
Oh, come on.
Louis.
I've heard some stupid names, but come on.
Louis, apparently. Office of Special Agent Pluie.
Got to be a surname.
Canyon, unless it's the name from the original investigation, maybe. I don't know. But that's a weird ass surname. No, it will be the surname, I imagine. It's just literally one name.
Right.
So that's our cast, guys. So some big names in there, considering a lot of Saturday Night Live alumni. Yeah.
Yeah. That.
I did notice as well that it was also produced by Lorne Michaels, who's the creator and producer of Saturday Night Live as well.
You can see the resemblance of everything, can't you?
Yeah.
It's literally Saturday Night Live sketch show into a film.
Basically, yeah. But there's been quite a lot of them in the past. Like you got Wayne's World, Blues Brothers. What was that other one? Boneheads, I think, was a Saturday Night Live sketch.
Was it?
Initially, yeah. I think so.
I
I'll
didn't
have to
know
double
that.
check. But
Wouldn't surprise me, actually. Sorry, hay fever's kicking off today.
No, it's all right. Bloody warm.
Yeah, it is. Really is nice, though.
Yeah.
It's about
lovely,
time.
Lovely
About time.
day, yeah. I know. About time.
Just before we start the film,
yeah,
can we just acknowledge David's hair?
We can, yeah. If you're watching on YouTube, obviously you can see it behind us. But if you're listening on Spotify, he basically, how would you describe his hair?
It was fantastic.
It was fantastic.
It reminded me somebody from like the Beatles or somebody.
Yeah, he looks like a low rent version of the Bee Gees.
That was it, yeah. It was like the Bee Gees style haircut, wasn't it, from the 70s?
Yeah, but in the 90s.
Yeah.
But yeah, he has banged. Oh, he banged me out.
That's what I mean. There's so many laugh out moments on this film, though.
Oh, I know.
You've got to give it credit where it's credit due.
Did you see in the outtakes at the end?
Yeah, I loved it.
When I love that bit when he says that bit in the diner, and Owen Wilson kind of turns around, looking at him, laughing his head off.
That's it. They all start laughing, don't they?
Oh, he banged me out last week.
And it's like when he goes to kiss her.
Yeah.
She's like, I can't do it. I can't do it.
No, can't do it.
His eyes just like deformed.
Wonder what he's like in real life.
I think he's quite funny.
I mean, of course it'd be funny, but I mean, like when you look at someone who's always kind of plays the weird character, and you think, I wonder what they're actually like in real life.
Weird.
To have a normal conversation with. Do you think he's that weird?
I think he is.
There's got to be an ounce of it in there. I used to think the same thing about like Sacha Baron Cohen back in the day.
Yeah.
LEG.
I think he's a bit up his own arse type thing.
He comes across that way. There's a lot of that stuff with that Rebel Wilson and her book that was released, wasn't it? Have you heard about that?
No.
So Rebel Wilson released a biography, and it had some not very nice things in there about Sacha Baron Cohen. I think it was about the time they worked together on Grimsby.
Right.
And he had got like some kind of injunction in the UK where that section of the book had to be taken off in UK copies.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Ah.
So
I can imagine him being an arsehole
Oh,
He
I
just
can
looks
imagine,
like it.
though, yeah. Right up his own ass.
Mm.
Right up it.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Don't be
yeah.
suing us.
I can neither confirm nor deny whether Sacha Baron Cohen's head has been up his own ass. So,
Right. Any more general notes?
the only general note I had, which I wanted to ask about this film, right? So they do the heist and they get 17 million.
Hmm.
But is it me or is it only Steve who seems to actually get any money?
I've put that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but later on, I was about to ask the question.
Yeah.
Literally, nobody else has anything.
No.
Even his goons are following around.
I know. And he's still, like, one of them, like, towards the end of the film, Steve's there in a big ass mansion driving like a Z3 BMW and all this shit. And he's still riding around in a creaky as fuck van.
Yeah.
And I'm like, in literally a pedo van.
And same with
A
Kelly.
kid catching.
She has nothing.
Yeah. But yeah, he sat there with buckets full of millions. I think he's just like not letting any of them spend it. It's kind of like, I'll keep it for you. It's a bit too obvious if we all start spending type thing.
I think he's said it like that to manipulate the situation.
Probably. Because he is a bit of a cock.
Yeah.
Wow. Anyway.
Wow. Let's get the film started.
Yes.
Movie starts off with the main character, David, explaining how he joined the career of an armoured car security guard because he dreamed of being robbed.
Yes, which was very weird.
It was.
He wanted an exciting life and he thought that if he could become one of these guys, if I become one of these guys, I may get myself robbed at some point and then my life will suddenly just be so much better. It's like, you crazy motherfucker.
Basically, yeah. And we get a little montage, don't we, of clips whilst he's doing the over voice for it. Like security guards getting robbed, and then that guy inside the shop with a cardboard box on his head.
Oh, shit.
And the woman just throws a pack of crisps at his head and says, like, get the fuck out of the shop. So he falls over. And then loads of other things.
Yeah, it's just a load of clips in it, like people getting robbed, and then he talks about a paper boy on a bike and and he falls off his bike and all stuff like that. But yeah, it's a bit of a weird reason to go into a job, innit? I want to become a Securitas style security man, picking cash up from shops and banks, just on the off chance I get robbed.
I think it just starts off right there, the guy's mentality.
Yeah.
Because he's not a full shilling.
That he's freaking weird.
He's not a full shilling.
And yeah, he's really not. And then we get introduced to Kelly, played by Kirsten Wiig, who basically he's got a big crush on. And she's just dead flirty. She comes out sucking on that lollipop.
I really can't make my mind up with her.
I would.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't say that, but I don't know if she's hot or not.
It varies scene by scene, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It really does.
There's some scenes she looks really rough. Some scenes she looks really hot. Some scenes she looks average.
She's kind of like that in most films, though.
Mm.
Even in like what's she been in before?
Bridesmaids looks nice.
Yeah, she
Ghostbusters.
She was a bit younger in that, eh?
Ghostbusters.
Yeah. God, yeah, Ghostbusters. A lot of the cast of Ghostbusters are in this, though, aren't they?
Yeah. The FBI agent.
Yeah. Leslie, what's her face? Leslie Jones. And the other one was Kate McKinnon. Now, she's funnier. Kate McKinnon. She plays the fiancée in this. She's like this.
Janice.
Candice.
Is she in Ghostbusters?
Yeah, she's one of the Ghostbusters, yeah.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Right.
So there's Leslie, Kristen Wiig, Kate McKinnon, and then the only one that's missing of the Ghostbusters 4 is a fat bird. Melissa McCarthy.
She would have been good in this.
Melissa McCarthy?
Yeah. Anyways, back to the film. We keep sidetracking.
Yeah, sorry. So then then they're at like a shooting range, aren't they?
Yeah, because they come up with the idea of stealing an armoured truck themselves. And then they go over what would they spend the money on.
Yes. Because I thought it was funny when he goes, she goes, give me one reason why we shouldn't rob this van. And he goes, well, for one thing, we'll get fired. And it's like, all right then. But you'll have like $1 million. She says, there's $1 million in this van. Why shouldn't we just rob it now?
Yeah, just take it.
Because we'll get fired. What would you do with $1 million?
Me?
Yeah. Would you rob? If you worked that job, would you rob the $1 million? Would you rob it?
No. It doesn't really go far, does it?
$1 million?
Yeah.
Yeah. I suppose back then as well, it would probably
17 billion, however.
Well, to be honest, how easy it was to rob the 17 mil.
That was
It'd be
crazy.
rude not to, really. I mean, just for their own sake, just so they'd up their own security. It's like them people that hack your system and just say, I did it just to show you how your
Easier.
vulnerabilities. I'd be like, I'm going to keep the money, but like, I'm just pointing out what you need to change.
Yeah, hypothetically, by the way, if the FBI ever watch this.
Yeah. This isn't confession. This can't be used as any kind of premeditation. I love that
But we
joke.
might have new cars next week.
I've always loved that joke. Is I never make plans with people because then the term premeditation gets thrown around.
True.
Anyways. So they're at the shooting range. You notice he doesn't hit a single target.
Kelly hits every single one.
Yeah. Kelly fires everything and he's just like, that'd be me, that.
Did you hear about what his job?
What was that?
He says, if I had £1 million,
Go on.
I'll set my own business up and I'll be a real good bounty hunter. And this is shooting the target, it's just missing every single shot. It's like, what?
I am the dog. A big bad dog.
And then, like you say, he sticks it into his waistband and the gun goes off.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It just burns his ass, cry, jumps and goes, ah!
It was I got right between my biscuits. I just grazed the biscuits.
My Bixes and Twixen.
Someone managed to shoot right between his ass crack.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
She bends down to have a look. She goes, "All right, yeah, it's gone straight between your butt cheeks." Now shot yourself a new butthole there.
Oh, Jesus.
And then when they walk off, he turns around and goes, "Hey, maybe I should stare at your crack sometimes so we can get an even."
Yeah.
She just looks at him like, huh?
What? No.
It's just dead awkward.
Oh, I know. Oh yeah, and then
now-
he's got to rush home, money, because he's having his engagement photos done.
My God.
Mate, this is one of the best parts of the film, though.
He really is.
When he comes up,
Even
and
on
he
the
goes,
outtakes of this scene.
I'm glad you got here when you did. I've been crying for hours.
You got to admit, she's great.
She is great. She's so creepy. Just constant with that smile. I did put on her as well. So them pictures are just hilarious. I'll put them up here because they're just so funny.
But even on the outtakes that they didn't use,
All the different
where she's
poses.
got the seat, riding the seat above his face. He's lying down on the ground looking upwards. And she's like riding the seat over his face. She's like, ooh, I've got a V8 right here.
Doesn't he, is that when he gets up and bangs his head? Yeah. But when the photographer says, so how did you guys meet? I put on here that we need to play the clip.
Let's play the clip.
I want you to play what she says of how he met his fiancée. It had me in stitches.
Right, the way she passes the lines.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It's just the way she's got that creepy smile all the time. That
It's like saying, when she comes back, she goes, I've been crying all afternoon. I've done my makeup 3 times over. Just no emotion whatsoever.
I've just done it 3 times. I've been crying the whole time you've been gone. So just play the bit when he does pull in home, just so we can hear that as well.
I'm late.
That's okay. I'm glad you got here when you did. I've been crying for hours.
Have you?
Had to put my makeup on 3 separate times because of the tears.
Well, 3rd time's a charm. You look fantastic.
Yeah, so this is the part where the photographer says to her, how did you guys meet?
Yeah.
And this is what she says, how these two met. Help me.
If you must know, a
Class.
couple years back, I was at a youth praise concert at church. And I saw the most handsome man that I had ever seen in the world. He was looking right at me. We went on a date.
It's
and
the way
then
the
we
photographer looks at
fell
him.
very, very,
Oh, no.
very, 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 very deeply in love. And then he died. Snake bite. At his funeral, I was very, very distraught. I couldn't keep myself together. And I saw this other man, a distant cousin of the deceased.
It's very weak.
He was a pallbearer, and he was kind of struggling to hold up his end of the casket.
I had a hard time lifting up.
In any case, we got to talking afterwards, and I thought, well, that one's dead. This one's alive. I'll take the live one.
I'll take the live one.
Now here we are 2 years later.
That's quite a story.
That one's dead. This one's alive.
It's just the way she does her lines.
Oh no.
She plays psychopath so
It's
well.
like with the creepy smile the whole time.
Oh my word.
This one's dead.
And it's just way she farts into it.
Oh.
Right. When you watched that for the first time,
Yeah.
was that like a laugh out loud moment?
Oh yeah. And
So
just
many.
just the creepiness as well.
So now the next scene,
Oh,
we're back at work now, aren't we?
yeah.
With Kelly tells David that she broke up with a partner and she tries to get fired.
Did you hear what the supervisor calls him?
What?
He walks into the office and he goes, "Hey, bearded lady face."
Bearded lady face.
I was like, I thought to myself, did he just say that? So I wound it back. I ended up putting the subtitles on as well, and I was like, he did actually call him that. He does look like a bearded lady.
Does a little bit actually.
Bearded lady face. Like, hey, bearded lady face, and that's when she goes, "You can't talk to him like that."
He's one of your most prized employees.
Yeah.
Or whatever the line was.
And she's like, "Well, you're fired." She's like, "You can't fire me." And he's like,
Well,
"Fine, you're not fired."
Well, if you get me fired, I'm going to go on employment. Well, you're not fired then. And she's like, well, you have to fire me now for sexual harassment. Now, if you don't fire me, they'll fire you. Ooh, look, I'm touching David. Starts doing a little like sexy dance to him. Gets the gun belt, winds it in between the legs like you do with drying a towel, throws it onto the floor, and the fucking gun goes off and then shoots the supervisor.
Takes out the window. Oh, gee. Oh, that was funny, that. I'm surprised David didn't pass out with a hard on or something.
It's fucking so funny. And he's like, give me a uniform. She's like, right then, I'll take it off.
Oh, yeah.
Takes it off, throws it down on the side. And did you notice when she walks out as well to get hitchhiking? Literally, she walks out onto the road just like a bra and hot pants. Every single car just comes sliding in and crashes.
As soon as she puts her thumb out, it's like, "I'll take you, miss." Oh, mate, when he goes, "Oh, can I get your number?" And she goes, "Yeah, have you got a pen?" He goes, "I got a pencil." Like, write it on my arm. And I'm like, "Oh, shit, that's going to work." She writes it in pencil on his arm.
It's literally fucking tattooed it onto his arm with a pencil.
Fucking just scored it into his arm. Jesus Christ.
But however, the number itself, there was a few extra digits in there, wasn't there?
There was, yeah.
143.
Yeah. Which is, I love you.
Oh, thank you, Eric.
I know, right?
Said that right up then, didn't I?
Did you hear what she said, how it relates to it, though? 1 letter in I, 4 letters in love, 3 letters in you.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, 143, yeah.
Right, okay, that kind of makes sense then. I didn't really pay attention to why.
Yeah. You just thought, 143 means I love you. All right, then I'll take that.
Yeah, pretty much, right?
I'll take your word for it, love.
I'll take your word for it. Is that how you spell it? Is that how many digits in each one?
Yeah. So then we meet Owen Wilson's character, Steve Eugene Chambers.
Steve Chambers.
Steve Chambers.
Sounds
Owen
like an
Wilson
action hero.
is Steve Chambers.
Doesn't it?
He does a bit.
No action man hero or something.
So it says, little voiceover.
Yep.
So David Gant says that Steve Eugene Chambers, he was best known for stealing tiny wheelchairs from pediatric hospitals.
I'll put that on there.
Yeah. It's like tiny wheelchairs, the bank jobs.
Yes. Tiny wheelchairs. For pediatric hospitals.
Yeah. There's such a market in tiny wheelchairs, I'm sure.
And I happen to be watching the news just as a report comes on of an armoured van being robbed of 20 million, and Stephen comes up with the idea to rob one of the trucks that Kelly used to work at.
Yeah. Loomis Fargo. It's the same company as well, isn't it?
Oh, it got robbed?
Yeah. Same company, same Loomis Fargo. And then they go, that guy who was Kevin's brother from Home Alone goes, "Kelly used to work there. Kelly works there, don't you?" He's like,
Right.
I quit 3 weeks ago. You crazy, boy.
And then they decide to meet up at a diner, don't they? So Kelly persuades Dave to meet up so they can talk about this little heist that they go do.
Did you see his car when he pulls up?
Oh my God.
The car door.
He's got plank of plywood for a door.
Mate, if I was going to repair my car door, if my car door went missing and I was going to repair it, that's what it'd end up looking like. It literally has a latch on it like you would on a garden gate.
Yes. Now, because this is loosely based on a true story, it makes me think, did the real David have a plywood door?
Possibly. Maybe that was one of the things that was like, you know that David again. He used to have a plywood door.
I mean, nobody's going to rob the car, are they?
How was that going to pass an MOT? Did they even have MOTs in the US? Because over here, they really wouldn't pass an MOT that way. Well, at least I hope it wouldn't. Pass an MOT with
any
a wooden
excuse
door.
to fail an MOT over here in the UK.
Oh, I know. The car only has to look at you wrong.
Literally.
That's it.
That's how bad it is over here, by the way, guys.
Yeah, we have to do, if you're in the States, I don't know if you have something like this, but basically every year we have to take our car for what's called an MOT check, and to test whether it's roadworthy and so on, but they test emissions, they test your tyres, basically any excuse to say it's not passed and get money from you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if you have the same thing in the US, but definitely a door made of wood with a garden latch on it would not pass an MOT.
No. Definitely wouldn't.
But yeah, so they're at the cafe, and it's like Steve, Owen Wilson's character, and his goons are in one booth with his back to David, so David can't see him. And then David comes in and meets with her, but then he brings her some flowers, some roses. And he's looking like a sick little puppy. And
as they go to hug each other, she gets a little thorn prick, doesn't she?
Just
a little bit of blood comes out.
Just on a boobie here.
A little bit of blood comes out. What does he say to her?
Says, "Where's the milk?" I think David Gant in real life was actually this dumb. Or do you think it's just the way that Zach plays the character?
It might be a bit of both.
Because in some instances, he comes across really dumb. And in other instances, he actually comes across quite clued up and like kind of knows what's going on in a way.
No, I think he got lucky.
In a stretch, I suppose, yeah. he has little moments of common sense, almost.
Kind of.
But
very,
yeah,
very
definitely
small.
when a woman gets pricked in her boob, and then she's like, I think you have to have a baby first before you get the milk in the titties. I love their accents, mate.
It is good accent, isn't it? He does it really well, David, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh, how was that?
They start talking about their own haircuts, don't they?
Yeah.
And Kelly turns around and says, "My friend Ricky cuts her hair and he cuts the bangs out." His reply is, "Yeah, Ricky banged me out last time."
Oh, yeah. Ricky banged me out last week. Oh, and then Owen Wilson's character introduces himself as Geppetto, the puppet master. He goes, "I don't think your friend there means Geppetto. I think he means what's the other guy called?"
I can't remember what the other guy's name is.
Geppetto is just the blood maker. He's not the puppeteer. It's like, you shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up and listen. So he says that they want to rob the bank. Well, they want to rob the money. But this is where David tells him, well, the money's from a bank, so technically it would be a bank robbery if they're robbing the money that belongs to the bank.
Yeah.
And then that becomes a federal crime. As opposed to what? I don't know. American legal system's a bit weird, isn't it?
Yeah, surely if they're actually robbing it from the van itself, if it's on the move, would that not still be a federal crime as well?
You'd think it'd all be a federal crime, whatever the fuck the difference is between a federal crime and whatever else a non-federal crime would be.
State.
I don't know. But
It'd be a federal crime or state crime.
would it?
Yeah. So that's like the FBI basically, if they get involved or not.
But he's not very keen on the idea, is he?
No, not at first.
Then we go back to the trailer. She's wearing the wedding dress.
Oh my God. State of that wedding dress.
Dave, would you marry that? First of all, you wouldn't want to see your missus in the wedding dress anyway, because that's clearly bad luck by tradition. You wouldn't want her. But even
didn't go through, did it?
No. Well, exactly. So it's kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy there.
Yep.
But if you walked in and your missus did happen to be in that wedding dress, there's no way I'd be walking down the aisle to that. Well, I wouldn't be walking down the aisle anyway, but I wouldn't be letting that walk down the aisle towards me.
What would you call it, the thing on her head? Because it's not really a veil.
Don't know what the hell that was. I don't know how to even describe it. She just looked weird, and she's there with that
Crazy look.
And that's when he goes, my collarbun's a bit tight. Well, I made it a bit tight to try and encourage you to lose some weight. Like, what's that feeding me then?
Did you notice as well? Janice and her mum.
Oh.
They wear identical clothes.
Yeah, I did that.
They wear the same shirt and the same pants and stuff.
Yeah.
It's creepy as fuck.
And the mum's just there in the corner with her oxygen mask on. Like, when you marry me, you get us both. You get a 2-for-1. I'm gonna make you so happy, David Gane. And I just spat all over myself.
Kelly phones David and tells him she will go on the run in Mexico if he does the robbery with her. So he agrees to it, because straight away he just thinks they just go run off like, what is it? You can be my Clyde or something.
Bonnie and Clyde, yeah.
He gets the names mixed up with the genders.
Yeah. He does later on, doesn't he? He goes, I want my Clyde to come down here. Bonnie needs you.
It's like, I said to Les, like, Clyde was the guy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was that way.
It was like, we can be two lovers on the lam in Mexico. But how suspicious does he go when he, like in front of his missus when he gets that phone call? And it's like the phone rings and he's like, oh my God, oh, hello? Oh, it's just work. Goes into the bedroom. But did you hear what she says to him as well?
Are you on about on the plane? Have you ever been to Rio? It's dead nice there. When you get the flight out, he goes, oh yeah, it's a magical place, watching those planes coming and going. She's like, no, David, run about Rio, not the airport.
No, I mean, when she goes, I'm going to go and wash my pantyhose with my mouth.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to be sexy. I'm going to go now, David. I'm going to go and wash my pantyhose with my mouth.
Oh, my God.
With my mouth.
And then the next scene as well, we get a little bit of a montage of David training to be a robbery expert. And what's he watching? No other than JCVD.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've seen it. I was like, where's his balls? I get to mention his balls.
That's you do. He didn't do the splits though.
No,
but however, I don't know how it happened, but he stood up on a motorbike, riding towards a van, shooting the drivers, and then just dives over the van when it crashes.
What film was it? Do you know?
I don't know, but we need to watch it.
Yeah.
Because that was a mullet and a half he had.
That was a bloody mullet. That was JCVD, full mullet. Full mullet, no balls.
And then in this montage as well, we see him with the gun. So he's holding the gun up. He eats a spider in the thing, in the alleyway.
Oh, did that make you gag that?
Well, on the outtakes, you're seeing everybody else gagging, didn't you?
I was gagged.
Was you?
That
was all right.
So you're gonna be in the jungle, so you're gonna have to get used to eating a spider. I found you this tarantula. Don't worry, it's dead. And it's like, go on, you go eat that, David. You know, and then all the goo comes. Oh, he got me that.
That wasn't too bad, me. I'm all right with stuff like that.
It got me.
And then he's running with breeze blocks, trying to throw them into skip, but it's just missing. And then he swings off the other bit into the cardboard box as the homeless guy jumps and goes, hey, what are you doing in my home?
Oh, yeah. What the hell are you doing in my house?
It's so funny. It just caught me off guard. Even like Leanne was watching it with me, she just burst out laughing because it just caught her off guard. You didn't expect a homeless guy to be in the cardboard boxes.
I know. The thing is, all right, he's probably been there the whole time listening to him, thinking, what the hell is going on here?
Do you think that really happened?
Oh, fuck knows. Well, did he actually have to eat a tarantula?
No, but
and then
the homeless guy chasing him off.
Fuck knows. Could you imagine that? So, David, we're writing this film. Tell us exactly what happened. And it's like, well, to prepare, I watched JCVD. I read a big book on FBI crimes and procedures. I practiced being interrogated.
Oh, yeah.
Because that happens as well. She basically like waterboards him or something. And then I eat a spider. And then I swung into a homeless man. We'd be like, yeah, I'm writing all this down. We'll make sure that's in the film.
What was the rope connected to? It was in an alleyway.
That's a good point. What was it connected to?
Oh, no.
That is a good point. Yeah, I don't know what that rope was connected
I
to.
think they had the apartments where they have the washing lines going from one building to the other. It's just connected to one of them.
Maybe. It must, like Spider-Man when he's going through the city and it's like, what's he actually attaching it to?
True. It's above the buildings a lot of the time, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Like on the jet.
Clouds.
Yeah, clouds.
And then we have the robbery itself.
Doom, doom, doom.
Say hi to your kids for me.
Now, that's a lot of fucking
Is it me
money.
or does he? I just realised what his voice sounds like. He sounds like that guy from Family Guy. And he has like a tash or everything. And he goes, oh, hi, everybody.
Oh, it is a little bit, actually, yeah.
Oh, hi. I just thought I'd come and say hello.
It is sound like, yeah.
Yeah.
It does sound like him. But how did the security guard, when they leave, and the cameras not see Kelly and Steve
Right outside
literally 20 feet away
in the cars, yeah.
and like waving at him?
Oh, I know. And not to mention, they don't want Steve, Owen Wilson's character, doesn't want David, Zach's character, seeing his face. Yeah, he's clearly camped outside in a van, clear as day.
Yes. With no mask on.
And there's no one man this facility in the evenings.
Obviously not, because it happened in real life.
Well, yeah. Well, obviously, yeah. Because like
Is that how easy it is to rob one?
that's what I mean. This was like the easiest robbery ever, because he's the only. They mentioned that he's the only manager trusted to have a key to the vault, right? So then him and his colleague leave for the night. His colleague goes off and he says, "Say hi to your kids for me," and then David then sneaks back in and starts loading the van up.
Oh my God.
Well, all he has to do is open one door, and it's like it's not even a proper vault, is it?
No.
In the film, I don't know if it was like that in real life, but it was literally just like a store cupboard full of cash.
Literally was.
$17 million worth of cash. And I read online during the heist, most of it was in 20s.
Was it?
Yeah, that's why there was so much of it.
Oh my God.
Most of it was in $20 notes.
But when he starts loading up the van at first, he just stacks it up dead nice and neat. Like, tiny little stacks at a time. We're like, mate, you're going to be there for all night.
They say it takes him like 2 hours, doesn't it?
Yeah. Over 2 hours.
But when his mate comes back, when his colleague comes back, and I'm thinking, fucking hell, he's busted her.
Oh, I well thought he had him.
I thought he was going to have to do him in.
Yeah. He was like, hey, David, what you doing over there? That's it. I'm going to tell the boss. You said to me there's no overtime. It's like, oh.
And just picking up an extra shift.
Yeah, it's picking up an extra shift. It's not technically overtime. He goes, right, okay, I want the next one then.
Yeah.
Make sure I get it.
Say hi
Walks
to your
off.
kids for me.
Reckon that happened?
Possibly, yeah. Maybe they just thought he just come across that soft and that kind of, I don't know.
You think he'd never do anything wrong?
Yeah, that you just think he would never have the balls to do it. That he's just kind of that straight laced and just that soft and not that type of character. But obviously, amazing what people will do for some pussy. Or
True.
Even the thought of some pussy. Because at this point, he's not even had a blowjob or anything. Not even put the tip in, mate.
Mate, and all he got was 50 grand.
I know. Well, in the film, he gets 20 grand. In real life, he was 50. In this, he gets 20 grand put down his undies.
That's crazy, isn't it?
But then so he's finishing. He's taking ages stacking the money into the van, and then the door won't close, will it? So he climbs in, and then the door closes on him behind him and locks him in the back of the van.
It's quality, that one.
You think that happened? I can't see that. That must be like some creative license or something. I can't see that actually happening.
I don't know, but basically what happens is, guys, he can't shut the van door properly, so he climbs over the top, try and make more space. And as he goes over the top bit, the door locks itself with like an automatic lock as it closes shut. So then he's locked inside. He opens up the little hatch that goes to the front bit, but can't fit all the way through.
Yeah.
So then he's leaning through it. His arms are on to the steering wheel and can just get the keys, but can't get the accelerator. So then he makes like a foot pedal using wads of cash.
And some duct tape, doesn't he, on the passenger seat?
How lucky is that?
I know.
If that duct tape wasn't there, he wouldn't be getting out.
No, he would have been screwed. They would have just found him there the next morning.
How'd you explain that?
I know. I found this truck full of money and just thought I'd sleep in it for the night. Make sure no one took it. And I locked myself in.
Technically, you didn't steal it.
Well, No, he just moved it into one of their vans.
Just moved it from one bit to another bit.
Would it be attempted robbery, maybe? Instead of
Possibly.
full-on robbery?
Possibly.
But yeah.
So then he manages to reach the accelerator using the wads and notes. And, oh my God, the scene is just absolutely comical. The car, or the van anyway, just goes in full accelerator, wheels spinning, and it just drives right through one of the loading bay doors, which is like 6 foot high, crashes onto the car park, loses control, crashes into like a mound of dirt outside.
The thing was, though, as well, yeah, for a security facility, how weak was that door, the fact that he drove through it as easily as he did?
It's a normal loading bay door, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, anyone really then could have just drove through that door and robbed that money at any time.
Well, it's about 6 foot high, isn't it? It's like the back of a trailer to go onto it.
But yeah, he just fucking flies out Dukes of Hazzard fucking style.
Proper Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah, right across the car park. And then they all run over to him. No, they don't let him see your face. Don't let him see your
just covered
face.
it up in a t-shirt.
Oh, I know. That's
Run
how,
straight
David,
over
what
to
took you so goddamn long? Can't open the door. And then she's like, has anyone tried the back door? And they're like, no. So he opens the back door and then they see all the cash.
That's
And
it.
Literally, the van is filled to the brim with fucking cash. Imagine, mate. Just imagine now that you've been sat there outside for 2 hours, shitting yourself, thinking the police are going to come any time. You just see me fly out in a fucking van across the car park, through a fence, down an embankment and crash. And you walk over and there's just all that cash there.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Mad.
I mean, why didn't they just take the cash and then lock David in the back of the van?
Well, yeah.
Just leave him there.
Yeah, that's a good shout, that.
You know what I mean? Because then he could have said he was robbed, taken inside, had all the money stolen, and then he was like kidnapped and left in the back of the van.
That is a good shout, actually.
So then he
Yeah,
would have been
because-
technically the victim of the crime.
Yeah, because they could have just said that he had him on the way out.
Yeah.
But the idiot leaves tape in one of the cameras, doesn't
As he spins around.
he? Yeah. He goes around, destroys all the cameras except for one, takes all the videotapes except for one, and then starts doing a little fucking dance in the middle of the room.
Just imagine like being the security guards there, looking back on it and going, that's who's done it, and he's just spinning around, prancing.
What do you think he's more happy about? The fact that he's getting all that money, the fact that he's possibly, in his mind, going to be banging
Kelly. Yeah. Kelly.
Or the fact that he's getting away from that crazy fiance?
Kelly.
Yeah,
That's all he's thinking about.
He's not even bothered about the money, he's just bothered about her, isn't it?
Yeah. See, when he's loading up, he goes, oh, this could change our lives forever. It's just a little bit of paper, really, isn't it? Like, he's not taking the concept of it. And it's like when they're giving 20 grand as well to go away with. He's like, oh, this is a lot of money from where I come from.
Yeah, this is a year's salary where I come from.
Yeah.
But when he... Oh, mate.
The disguise.
Yes.
It's like if Jesus and a cat had a baby.
No, I've written down here, so they're outside the airport, and his disguise, right, is literally jogging pants, a wife beater vest, long blonde straight hair, pretty much down to his ass, cowboy boots,
Yeah.
cat eye contact lenses, and then an underwear full of money, so it looks like he's got a diaper on.
That Kim Kardashian ass, isn't it?
Yeah. And he walks through the airport like that and gets stopped by security, and the guy's like, hey, stop. And then he kind of looks at him and he's like, okay, go on then.
Did you hear
And the
what Kelly
guy's like,
said, though?
there's something wrong here, I just can't pinpoint what it is. And he's looking at him and he's just like, I don't fucking know, there's too much going on, just go. You would do, wouldn't you?
Did you hear what Kelly said to him, though?
What?
I thought Anaconda was just a brand. The Anaconda snake eyes.
Anaconda eyes. Oh, Jesus Christ.
And
What?
then the best thing is when he's at the shop. So he goes to the shop. He tries to buy a bottle of water and a few other stuff. She goes, that'll be $18. And so he puts his hand right into his ass crack, reaches round, the black lady behind him was like, what the
fuck? He's having a good old rumble, reach round and a quick, good old fumble.
Pulls it out. It's got pubes all over it. He's like, sorry, I've got cats.
When he blows it onto her, and she's like, Jesus.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, I got cats.
It's just when he reaches around. Just pulls a 20 out of his ass crack.
Oh no.
It's hurting my throat from laughing. It
And
really is.
Then we meet the FBI agents, don't we?
Yeah. Because, meanwhile, whilst that's happening, Steve and crew are counting the money.
Yes.
And they revealed they've stolen $17 million.
Putting it all into barrels, aren't they?
And back in Mexico, David is living his best life, snorkeling and trying to feed an eel a sausage.
The hot dog. Mate, so we get a bit of a montage, don't we, of David in Mexico. So he goes swimming in the ocean, and as he's swimming through, he's snorkeling, he comes across this like eel, and he's like, oh my God, an eel. And for some reason has hot dogs on him and starts waving in front, and he gets attacked. Jumps out of the water going, help me, an eel. And then some Mexican guy pulls out a handgun and just starts shooting at him. What? That escalated quickly.
And then that evening, as the montage finishes, he sat over the edge of the swimming pool and he just shits himself.
Yeah.
He's like full on farts, but then all the brown liquid comes up and everybody just clears the swimming pool.
Oh, mate. It's just full on diarrhea in it.
It's disgusting.
Oh, did you see him before that? Walking through the town, though. So it's like he's supposed to be kind of blending in.
Cowboy.
And he's wearing a red cowboy suit with fucking tassels on him. He's got earrings in and then pinatas under his arm and a massive bunch of bananas.
Why's he got bananas?
I don't know.
Honestly, the whole thing was just so absurd. It was so comical.
Well, then we find out that this hotel he's staying at is a 5-star resort and he's just took a big shit in the pool.
Yeah.
So maybe I think he just ate some bad street food or something.
Oh, yeah, I think
taco.
so, man. I think so.
A very bad taco.
I'll explain about that a little bit later on as well, because it talks about that.
So then the Jandice's, or whatever her name is, house, he's doing a smile and they're showing her the video, and like they're explaining that like he's just kind of, she's like, we think he's done the robbery and he's left the state, possibly the country, and she's just like,
not even asked,
just yawning,
not even bothered, is she?
No. And they show the video to the fiance and he's just dancing around like, woo, yeah.
She's just sat there, isn't she? Legs spread apart, like, it's yawning away.
And then the mum goes, I never liked that David.
Stephen wants to phone the police to give David up to claim, is it $3 million reward?
$500,000, 500,000.
So I thought that, but he said something about $3 million.
Oh.
So on the reward paper, it said 500.
Yeah.
But then he said $3 million.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, he said we'd cash in another $3 million.
But this thing doesn't make sense either. Obviously, they want to cash him in, but first of all, they're going to have to give him details and obviously to be able to pay them a couple of mil anyway. But I know he says, because he says, oh, he doesn't know who I am. He thinks I'm Geppetto. And she goes, well, he knows who I am. Oh, well, he's never going to give you up and what have you. But if I was there, I'd be like, well, I can't guarantee that, so shut your face, you dickhead.
Yeah, straight off.
Yeah.
You won't go along with that plan.
He knows who I am, and if he gives me up, I'm giving you up. I'm not being funny.
Did you clock on to the way he described the Mexican prisons?
Yes.
It's like a university campus, but with snipers.
Yeah. It's like a community college with a fence around it. And it's like that's not prison, dude.
No.
Especially not in America.
It's like, they'll thank us. Don't worry about it. He'll thank us. They get real, authentic tacos down there, not like stuff that we get up here.
So Steve has this plan to bloody dob him in, and then then Interpol arrive at the hotel, don't they?
Oh, they do.
He has a He has a bit of an escape from like a bit of a. He goes for heist and he goes to the ice machine as the men come into the room.
How lucky was that?
I know it's good timing that.
Literally, as he walks out of the room, they kick through the door.
Yeah.
And then he's down in the lobby. He walks to the left. They come from the right.
Why did he have to kick the door in? Because he went to the front desk anyway. You think the guy would go, yeah, he's in this room. Here's the key.
True. Good point.
Then again, we wouldn't get the effect, would we?
Yeah, it's all about dramatics, isn't it, for Hollywood? So then he goes over towards the reception guys.
Yeah.
He sees the wanted posters on himself, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Then freaks out, starts running off. So the police actually give chase to him. As he's running off down the pier, they jump on a little moped, which is like a little pedal and pops. You got to pedal it for a little bit before the engine kicks in. So he starts chasing after him. And then as David gets onto the boat's just leaving the pier. And he tries to do a Fast and Furious style jump from the pier onto the boat, which just fails. It's an epic fail, isn't it?
It's bad, isn't it?
I didn't expect that. When I seen that for the first time, I was like, oh my God, that just happened.
As soon as he got onto that pedal and pop, though, I was like, is that a pedal and pop bike?
Yeah.
Like, down.
Literally one of them, wasn't it?
It was possibly the worst getaway I've ever seen, but he got away. It worked.
Somehow.
It worked.
Which then made me think, did that happen?
Can you imagine? Again, there with the writing meeting, and they're like, so tell us what else happened. Well, one of the Interpol agents robbed a pedal and pop bike.
It just fell into the water.
fell into the water.
He tried making a jump, but didn't see the chain. What's still attached?
Oh, and then we head back to Steve and his missus who are outside like a mall, and she's trying to convince him that she wants a new blouse. I just want a new blouse. He's like, no, we can't spend any money. We can't spend any of it. We need to be careful here because they're going to be looking for the money, and if we suddenly start spending, like, oh, just one blouse. Everyone always says that we got the ugliest kids in the park. Them kids are ugly.
They were.
They were weird.
They're so miserable.
Looking kids.
So miserable.
And he's like, fine, you can get a blouse. And she's like, well, at least let me buy something for the kids. And he's like, no, they don't go out and earn $17 million. It's like, neither did you, mate.
No, you just got lucky and took it off the hillbilly.
And then all of a sudden it cuts to them walking out the mall and they've got like brand new matching costumes on. Did you notice they both had braces?
Yeah.
That was weird. They went and had the teeth done as well.
Yeah, because they looked a bit like darker shades on the teeth. I was like, what the hell was that?
Yeah.
And I noticed both got braces.
Well, I noticed on her first, and then a couple of scenes later, I noticed he had braces as well.
Yeah.
They've had the teeth fixed. And then they're driving along in a brand new BMW. We get a bit of a montage and a spending spree, don't we?
Like a $17 million house.
Yeah.
It was
Massive
huge.
mansion. Massive mansion. And then they're sending all invites out to a party.
And then they get like an MR2 looking sports car, don't they? And put monster truck wheels on it.
Yeah, that was weird, that.
Yeah.
But it didn't even look like monster truck wheels. It looked like massive kind of ye-old cart wheels. It was kind of like really thin, weren't they?
Bit like a tractor.
Yeah, it was
like a thin style tractor ones.
Thin, massive tractor wheels, but on this car. It just looked weird. And then we have the neighbours, the snooty neighbours stood there just watching them.
Just imagine that. You live in like this dead nice, pristine neighbourhood, and the next minute, the Clampets roll up.
Oh, I know. I reckon people must feel like, when lottery winners move into the area.
Do you remember that guy in the UK where he's won like 19 million and spent it all straight away?
It's apparently a thing that with lottery winners. Easy come, easy go. You don't earn it, you don't appreciate it, you just spend it.
If you don't invest it, yeah.
Well, yeah. Apparently, it's a very common thing with lottery winners that they eventually become broke.
Is it?
Yeah. Because they're not used to having that much money, but they just blow it.
What I do in that situation? I mean, you got to invest it a little bit, haven't you?
Yeah, you've got to
just get it and blow it.
You got to be careful.
And another thing as well. During this whole montage that we're seeing with Steve and his family spending the money and stuff, how did they launder the money?
That is a good question because he mentions towards the end that he's the one that laundered the money, but we don't find out how he actually laundered it.
No. To get a house that big, you're looking at about $5 million probably.
Yeah,
realistically.
You're not paying for a house in cash.
No.
No bank's going to give you a loan without credit history.
Exactly.
And it's not like they put the money in the bank because it's still in barrels, isn't it?
Yep.
Fuck knows. That's what I mean. Like the car and the clothes and stuff like that, they could, you could kind of get away with a little cash windfall from somewhere. But yeah, I don't know how you're buying a house. But in real life, it's one of the reasons they were caught was because they were trying to put money into the bank, and I think they were flagged because the wife made a joke. So what was it? They were keeping. Oh, here we go. Here's that little fact from before. So when they robbed the money in real life, approximately $11 million of the cash was in $20 bills.
A lot of that.
$11 million in $20. But you're basically saying that was it. In addition to a tip for the FBI when Michelle Chambers, the wife, made large deposits at the bank, she'd previously been making frequent small deposits to avert suspicion. But after one visit, she asked the teller, "How much can I deposit before you have to report it to the feds?"
Oh, my God.
Followed by a, "Don't worry, it's not drug money." Anyway, the bank then filled out a suspicious activity report, which ultimately reached the FBI. And that's one of the reasons that the...
One little comment.
I know. That's so just realise that if you go in putting money in the bank, even if it's small amounts, don't joke with the bank tellers. They have no sense of humour.
Neither do the tax man.
No. They really don't. They want their cut.
Damn.
Especially when it's the bank's money. Imagine if it was the bank that they had been robbed from and you depositing the money back in.
That's a good point.
A joke, that, I know.
Just to like rub it in.
I know, could you imagine? Fucking hell. But thing is, all that money would have been insured anyway, so you would have got it all back.
That's it. It's like, say, when you steal the cash, there's only so much you can actually do with it.
Well, yeah.
You can't do any big transfers or anything like that because it's got to be followed by like paper trail for where it's come from.
Well, that's it. That's it. Too much. You go spending too much money, but you can't put it in the bank. You have to keep it like they've done in barrels. The only way to make it clean is to launder it through usually like a cash business or something. But yeah, it's especially that.
No point stealing so much, then, is there?
Well, unless you're clever about it. But I don't know how they managed to buy a mansion in that short period of time.
Unless they leased it.
Well, there is that. Again, you'd think that they'd need to do like credit checks and stuff like that. And I'm sure that at that point, they haven't got that much money in the bank. They probably don't work.
Not unless it's somebody dodgy. If they don't mind, say, for example, if they've seen this place up for rent, they've gone over, say, it's $1,000 a month for the rent, and they've gone, we'll give you $1,500 of cash.
Well, to be honest, the guy was a
whatever
fucker anyway, selling these, he was stealing these wheelchairs and stuff, so he probably had some connection. Possibly some way of laundering the money. Gambling, maybe, I don't know. Apparently that's big in Australia.
Yeah, I remember you saying about that one.
Yeah. Watch a YouTube video on it.
Yeah.
Apparently there's a lot of money laundering going on in Australian casinos.
Yeah, because to go in, say, like, for example, £500 cash, get the chips, and then cash it back in, don't they?
Yeah, they do it with slot machines as well.
So there is ways to do it.
There is ways. You just need
take
to be
a while,
careful,
doesn't it?
But it's like, it always reminds me, like, is it Goodfellas when they do that heist? And they're like, they say to everyone, don't go spending the money. And then I think you got that guy that comes in with his wife.
With a fur coat.
Fur coat and all stuff like that, and a new Cadillac and what have you.
Next minute, everybody dies.
Yeah. Well, that's it. It only takes one person to fuck you up.
Yeah, it's true.
The phone isn't ringing, so they speculate that that he's been captured because they don't know by this point that Interpol have failed to capture him. And then all of a sudden the phone starts ringing, and he's got a new disguise on, and he looks like fucking Bob Ross.
I put that in my notes. He looks exactly like Bob Ross.
Yeah.
What is that about? He's dyed his eyebrows. He's got a big black afro, which is like just for men dyed. He looks like marker pen type thing all over his face. And he's wearing, like, say, the outfit is of his Bob Ross.
I know. He looks full on. It looks like he's about to start painting. He's just full on Bob Ross.
That's a beautiful tree. There's a beautiful tree over there.
Yes.
Ooh, look at that waterfall.
This will be our little secret. But then they're trying to find out where he is, and then he's looking through his wallet they gave him. That was it as well that we forgot to say. They gave him some...
a fake ID,
They gave him a fake ID and a birth certificate.
What was his name? Mike
McKinney.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, it's actually a real one. It's someone Steve knows. The friend that Steve knows, because as well, when they're doing the IDs, he's like, are you sure Mike knows him using his documents? And he's like, yeah. You know how he feels about official documents and stuff. What I want to know as well is like, would he not have to use a passport to get to Mexico? Or to Rio or wherever the hell he ends up?
I think he's used that.
But he just gave him an ID and a birth certificate, didn't he?
Like a driver's license, wasn't it?
Yeah. So can you use a driver's license in the States to cross the border?
Probably not to Mexico, no.
Unless
but
he just
probably
used his own. Because
different states, yeah.
I suppose at the point that he went to Mexico, he wasn't yet wanted, so he might have just used his own passport.
True.
David Gant.
But why did he disguise?
Oh, I don't know. At this point, he's already in kind of South America, and he's so he's probably, I don't know.
No,
don't know what the
disguise individual with the blonde hair.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Yeah, fuck knows. It doesn't make sense, but anyway.
But yeah, as he's going through the wallet, he finds Steve's gym card, doesn't he?
Yes.
He goes, "Ooh, Stephen
Eugene." Well, she gives it away. Did you know it?
Yeah, because he just says a random name.
Yeah,
and she
'cause
goes,
he just
"How do you
goes-
know that name?"
And she goes, "How do you not know? Let's just call him Geppetto."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh, you just gave him the name."
It was.
She did it on purpose.
You
I think
reckon?
I think she did it on purpose because I think at this point she's kind of getting the feels for him, and obviously Steve's trying everything to screw him over, sending Interpol and everything over to him. So I think at that point he's kind of like doing it as a bit of security for him. That's my take on it anyway, because she kind of it's just the way she says, "Well, yes, let's just call him Geppetto," and then he goes, "Oh, that's who Geppetto is."
Yeah, true. So he just finds a random name, isn't it, in there?
Yeah, and then
when he looks at the ID card, he goes, "Hey, looks like Ric Flair's little boy."
That's not how I pictured him at all. Oh, Jesus. And then we meet the real Mike McKinney,
Oh,
played by Jason Sudeikis,
I liked him in this.
Ted Lasso. Yeah, he's funny.
I thought it was good. He played
When-
it really well.
When he's when they're having that meeting.
So, who do you want me to kill? Is it one of them? Pointing at the kids.
Oh, when he goes, "Oh, let's wait till the kids are gone," and he goes, "Oh, is it one of them? Is it?"
And as he's wiping his mouth with a napkin, and it just falls out onto the floor.
Out of his handkerchief. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay,
Full on
kids,
air it
go
was
up,
as well.
go upstairs.
Yeah. Come on, kids, get out of here. He's like, "Oh, you want me to like just shoot him?" He's like, "Oh, you want me to shoot him? I prefer to use a blade because I like the struggle." And then he goes, "It ain't your life anymore. It's my life.
It's my life.
My life."
So he says he likes using an old rusty piano wire as well, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So he likes the struggle.
He's like, "I really like the chase. I like the struggle." You creepy bastard. But that bit with the kids though, when he goes, "Oh, not in front of the kids. Oh, it's one of them." They're like, no, it's not one of the kids.
They
Jesus.
cracked me with that bit.
Imagine if they were your parents though, and you're there meeting about taking someone out.
Why would you have your kids in there in the first
I
place?
don't know why you would even, yeah.
You wouldn't want the killer to see what your kids look like or anything.
No,
You're
no.
like, that guy is business only. He's going round the back into the garden office so he doesn't see inside the house, away from the family and nobody else.
I've even been meeting him in my house. I'd be meeting him somewhere neutral,
Yeah.
crowded.
Burger King or something. I'm
Yeah.
not getting whacked.
No, Jesus, I'm not being whacked off.
Then the
Oh.
FBI go to speak with David's partner from
Oh, yeah.
work.
You look like you should be in the WNBA. What do you say? I love it as well when she goes, because if we don't find him, you know who's going to take the fall for it? This guy. Shows him a picture of himself. He goes, "Look at this guy. This guy's gonna take the fall for it. This guy's going to prison." And he's like, and then what does he say? He goes, "Well, no, he had some friend that he used to work with, called Kelly, Kelly or something, or Cassie,
Candy Kelly
Candy-
Kane?
Candy." Yeah, so he
What's
goes,
that, some kind of stripper?
He goes, Katie Candy Kane. It's like, what is she, a stripper? I'm gonna find this stripper, Katie Candy Kane.
Candy Kane.
Candy Cane Katie. And it's just like, oh my God, did this scene just happen? Oh,
Bonkers.
Jesus. And then, did you hear that next? When so Kelly's trying to track him down because obviously she finds out that Owen Wilson sent killer after him.
Yeah.
And he's like, she goes, "I'm looking for a guest. He's an American. He's got a lot of body hair, kind of short, looks like one of the 12 apostles." Hold on. You have 3 men who fit that description? Well, can I?
Yeah.
And she goes, "Can I leave a message with them all?" And you go, "Yeah, okay." Say, "Somebody's trying to kill you."
Any more subtle?
I know. Somebody's trying to murder you. Imagine though coming back from the beach or something, and you're like, "Oh, message from front desk. Somebody's trying to murder you."
Or the
What?
other two guys as well, like, what?
No, that's what I mean. Like you had nothing to do with it. You don't know what it's about,
Yeah.
and you just come back and it's like, what?
And then Mike is now in Mexico, isn't he?
Oh.
And manages to find a black market gun dealer who has all these brand new guns on the
Yeah.
desk. Like little old guy, isn't he? He's like, here, you have these, but speaks Spanish, doesn't speak a word of English. And then Mike spots like an antique rifle on the side. It's like
a musket, isn't it?
ooh, you got a history. You talk to me. You sound really good. I want this. And the old guy's like,
I think he says something like in Spanish. He says, I think when I was watching him with subtitles on, he says, "I can't in good conscience sell you that." He goes, "You've got secrets, haven't you? Tell me your secrets. I'll take this." And then, mate, the assassination attempt.
I loved it.
So,
Absolutely loved it.
David's going through this Mexican town in rollerblades, and for some reason a load of CDs. On his arm. Yeah, and then you've got Mike on the balcony, the assassin, and he's loading the musket up, like putting the powder in and knocking it in, all stuff like that.
Getting all the ball bearings in it and stuff.
Goes to fire it, boom, fucking explodes, backfires.
Just falls through the balcony. Gets up like the fucking Terminator.
Yeah.
It's like Terminator 2, the liquid metal guy who's chasing him. Just gets up, starts chasing after him. He goes, "You, run!"
Steve don't want me to chase you, but I prefer it.
And then as he's skating off, Mike starts chasing after him. So he grabs hold of a van, shoots off down, and stops in traffic then, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So Mike
Stops
catches
at the
up a little
traffic
bit,
lights.
picks up a spear from like an ornament thing on the side, throws the spear. Tell you what, that was a good throw.
That was a good throw.
That was a good throw. If he didn't move his head, that would have been a headshot.
Oh, I know.
So he dodges his head out of the way, and it goes straight into the dashboard of the van. So the driver then shits himself because the spear's just come through the back window, puts his foot down. David's like,
He's hanging onto the ladder, isn't he?
Sliding along left and right, just hitting every single obstacle which is there. Even like a car door opens up.
Just causes mayhem down the street. The ladder's kind of shoved to the side and he's just kind of dangling off it. And then he goes, "Go straight on, don't turn right." And he takes a sharp right and it just swings around. And then there's cars crashing everywhere. Oh, it's funny as fuck.
Mike's loving it.
Oh. And then he calls up Kelly on the payphone again. And he's like, calls Kelly and she goes, "Yes, Steve's trying to kill you." He goes, "You know about this?" And she tells him that Steve's been playing him and that she never intended to join him. He goes, You manipulator of human emotions. He has a bit of a hissy fit, doesn't he?
There's so many like little one-liners that you could miss very easily in this.
Yeah.
There really is.
Goes,
It's
"You
so
are a
good.
manipulator, Kelly Campbell. A manipulator of human emotions."
And then he goes on like a little bit of a bender, doesn't it? Because he has a what's that? What's with the watermelon?
When he sits down in the street, pissed out of his face, just eating the watermelon.
With an afro still.
Yeah. Looking like Bob Ross. Oh, Jesus.
Then who happens to be behind him dressed as a Mexican store vendor?
Oh, no. When I seen him at first, I thought, is that the assassin? Who's that just stood there behind him? And he walks over and hits him with a massive
pan.
Yeah, like a big pan, doesn't he? With a big pan lid. And he wakes up in a bathtub.
Oh my God. So then, as he wakes up, Mike's in the middle of trying to do a bit of DIY plumbing. So he's removed the toilet and he's trying to make the drains a little bit bigger. So he's like, what you trying to do over there? What you go put down there? He's like, "You, David.
Yeah.
You, David, you're going down here."
This is where you going. David goes, I'll pay you some money. And he goes, "Okay, how much money have you got? Give me your wallet."
Was it $48?
$48, yeah. And then he sees his ID and he realizes, hold on, your name's Mike McKinney too. Not realizing that it's his ID, his birth certificate that he's stolen. And
you was born at this hospital on this date? Yeah. He just looks at each other, doesn't he? Goes, "Oh my God," starts breaking down, crying. It's like, the Lord must have brought us both together. I can't believe this.
We came into this world together. We must have looked across from each other when we were babies and made a promise to each other.
We will see each other again, David. Oh, Michael.
The thing is as well, right, is when they hired him, did they not bother to tell him his name?
No.
That's you just give him a photo. You don't bother to tell him the name of the person you're going to kill.
Unless Mike thought that David was a fake name that he was using.
Yeah, maybe. The other thing as well is when he's looking on the birth certificate, does he not look at... He looks at everything else, the hospital, the date of birth and everything.
Parents.
Does he not look at the parents' name?
I know, yeah.
Like, surely you'd come to the parents' name and be like, hold on, this is a weird coincidence now.
A very much so coincidence.
Same date, same hospital, same name, same surname, same parents' names.
Yeah.
At some point you're thinking, hold on, this is me.
But what's his excuse for all this?
He doesn't have one, does he?
No, Mike's.
Oh.
This next scene, they're sitting on the beach, and he goes, have you ever seen that film, Parent Trap?
Oh, yeah. He
Where
feels
the
like
two kids start off life together, then separate, and then come back.
he feels like they're having a parent trap moment. Oh, Jesus
like
Christ.
Say, we must have seen each other babies in the same ward. You looked over and looked at me, Mike, and I looked at you, and we knew we were going to be together.
And we made a promise. Fucking hell.
A little montage of them playing in the sea together.
Oh, yeah, they have a proper bromance, don't they?
Yeah.
Oh, and then he leaves him, with he's asleep in the bed, and as he leaves him a pile of cash and a little sombrero.
Yeah, I didn't clock on at first. It was no pile of cash.
Oh, right.
So I noticed it, but I didn't pay attention to it. In the second watch, I noticed. So I was like, oh, yeah, he's giving some money.
And then the FBI finally catch up with Katie Candy Cane, also known as Kelly.
Yeah.
I don't know
how they got her name from that.
I don't know.
It's nothing like it.
But I love it when she goes to the FBI guy. So obviously you've got Leslie Jones, who's a black woman, and then the white guy. And she goes, I know you two are just two good men trying to do a difficult job. And then when she leaves, she goes, she just called me a dude. that had me in stitches.
And then she starts getting upset because she told her that David's fallen in love with her.
Oh,
and she goes, oh, it must be the pollen giving me a little bit of hay fever. She's like, what? The plastic flowers?
Yeah, it must be the pollen from the flower.
David now phones Stephen and demands $6 million to be transferred into his bank account, or he will turn himself into the police.
Yeah.
How are they going to do that? Because they can't deposit any money into their account and then transferring a large amount over, like $6 million, is going to raise a few flags.
It's going to raise a lot of flags. And like you say, how are they even going to have had $6 million in a bank account to transfer in the first place? And the other thing as well is when he does ring him and says, I want you to transfer it, I've opened up a Mexican bank account. It would probably help if he gave him the account number.
Yes.
Yeah.
Instead of a fake name.
Well, yeah, because it's like, well, have you put the account in your name? Have you put it in Mike's name? What have you used? What's the account number? Give us a clue. What's the sort code? You know.
Well, maybe they didn't give anything like details like that on the film, just in case by fluke it could have been someone as legitimate bank details.
Well, yeah, I suppose, yeah.
Chances of that. Yeah, my name's Mike McKinney, and it's 694-724-8192 account number and 794-861-662 sort code.
Imagine if you've accidentally guessed someone's.
That's why I went extra digits. I was counting in my head, making sure it's extra.
Thing is, with a bank account number, you can only really deposit money in anyway. You can't really take it out, can you?
True.
But yeah, it doesn't give him any bank details. But he's like, I give you 2 days from this very second. Transfer $6 million or I'm going to go police. And then Kelly decides at this point, because she suddenly realised, I don't know how she didn't realise before, that David's in love with her.
Yeah.
And that she's kind of falling for him a little bit.
A little bit.
Starts packing her shit up.
And wants to run off to Mexico herself.
Yeah. And then she decides to go shopping for some new clothes and stuff like that. Who does she run into?
Well, this is the thing that got me as well. Because when she was talking to Janice, who happened just to walk past, she works at this department store, and she sees the thong hanging over the door. That's the only reason that she stopped.
Yeah.
It wasn't a case of she knew who was in there.
Oh, I know. And she's like, oh, I like that thong. I wish I could wear a thong. Every time I wear a thong, I get a yeast infection.
I got some Vagisil. I keep it here with me just in my back pocket for some reason.
I have to use Vagiway It doesn't make your veg go away though. Creepy bitch. But yeah, like you say, she just walks over and just happens to see the thong. So any person that's in a room trying a thong on it, do you think she goes over and gives the vag away?
That's what I was thinking.
Vag away speech.
I mean,
then,
yeah, I think she probably does. She's an absolute psychopath.
She is an absolute psychopath.
And then the door opens, and then obviously they recognise each other.
Yeah.
Janice goes mental, starts on a little bit of a fight. Janice ends up with an axe.
A fucking fire axe.
A fire axe.
Yeah.
Kelly gets a mannequin's leg. Start having a little bit of a fight. But the thing is, you wouldn't have a fire axe in the middle of the shop floor.
No.
Surely not.
Surely not, no. A fire extinguisher maybe, but why would you have a fire axe?
Well, they are like hillbillies and they're like a little bit inbred. So maybe they're thinking, a fire axe, it puts fires out.
Yeah.
I'll just hit the fire with an axe.
Just waft it. If you hit
It's
the
not
fire
going out,
enough,
sir. It's not going out.
if you hit the fire enough, it'll just die.
Little fires had babies. It's split off into other parts.
Oh, you crackhead. And then she makes him eat the veg away. Not my veg away. They don't sell it anymore.
Sticks it right in the bloody gob, doesn't it?
I know, like all over, like, fucking have it.
To be fair, though, right? Kelly, just stuck it to her.
Yeah.
I thought Janice would have won that fight, if we're being honest.
Yeah, I thought she would have as well.
Yeah.
She's got that look of a psycho. It looks like she can handle herself. Jesus. The whole time she was smiling as well.
David gets back to the bank and realises the money's not gone in.
There ain't no
Phones
money.
Steve, who's kidnapped Kelly.
Yes.
And David says, if you do anything to Kelly, I'll be really upset.
Yeah. I'm going to be really upset at you, Steve. You better not touch my Kelly.
And then at the airport, he bumps into Mike, who tells him he's got a new job now, killing a woman, which turns out to be Kelly, because he wrote her name on his palm.
Goes, see you later. He's got Kelly Campbell written on.
That's it. But luckily, they had a little bit of a bromance, because they switched plane tickets to beat up the Mexican police and then escape.
That's a good little scene, that he managed to like beat up the police and that.
Yeah, I
kind of
liked
give
it.
each other the nod, don't they?
Yeah, because it's like a bit of bonding as well. When it just before, it's like, oh my god, I can't go kill your girl.
I know. He's like that. You mean Kelly's your girl? I love it. Did you notice as well when he goes, there's big cabooses in Rio, and he goes, yeah, I guess and the women too.
There's a lot of stuff like that, wasn't there?
So I think Mike's a bit gay, but when I do like that little move he does though. He goes down and the copper puts his arms like to grab him. He grabs it and goes boom. Basically, headbutts him. Like,
yeah.
Well, that was a good little move.
Yeah, it was.
And then they decide to switch planes, so he's going to go to Rio, wherever, and then David's going to go back and try and save Kelly.
Save Kelly.
Did you notice this when he's on the plane going back and he's got his little drawing, his little sketch of what he's going to do?
Yeah.
I'll pull it up here, but he does a little sketch of him going in all James
It's like
Bond.
a 5-year-old in with stick men.
Yeah. Just there sketching away. Stick men, yeah.
I put that, the doodle that David draws.
And then they're having a house party, aren't they? They need to infiltrate.
Yeah, so he makes his way to Stephen's place to rescue Kelly. Turns out the FBI are onto Stephen as well, and they put wires on the neighbours to try and get a confession. Like, whatever you do, breathe out your mouth. Don't breathe out your mouth, breathe out your nose.
Yeah, I think he
it's a
always says it
whistle.
because he wants his missus, doesn't he? Because he gives his missus a kind of cheeky look.
Yeah.
Because he's like, my wife always said that them two never came across their money. Them two are a bit dodgy. They don't fit in around here.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh yeah, that's just being a patriot. Gives his missus a little wink. He goes, whatever you do, breathe through your nose. Don't breathe through your mouth.
Can't be a mouth breather, can you?
Yeah.
What happens when he breathes out his nose?
He full on whistles constantly.
Full on whistle.
Yeah. As he just whistles the whole way through. It's like they're trying to listen in the van, aren't they? And they're like, what the hell is going on? And he's like, oh, he's got a, what does he call it? A bugger whistle.
Yeah, bugger whistle.
He's got a bugger whistle. Yeah. Anyway, so he goes, David goes full on Mission Impossible, doesn't he? Full on
Oh, yeah, that was a great way to get in.
Yeah, and he finds, he goes into the garage, he finds the barrels full of money, and then he sneaks inside and he somehow, how does he get that gun in the bread?
Yeah, so his little disguise to get into the house is wearing like a white tuxedo with sunglasses on. He's got his hair slicked back. And then he's got, it looks like a laundry basket with two big like
Baguettes.
French sticks.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
a baguette type thing. And he walks past, hides himself a little bit, gives a card off to the side of the wife so she turns away as she walks around. And then, like say, could he not get a smaller gun? Could he not just get a pistol?
It looked like a
Literally
BB
looked like
gun.
An air gun, air
It did.
rifle.
It did look like a BB gun or an air rifle, didn't it?
Yeah. And it was huge. It was literally, he put it right down his pants. That's how long it was. And when he's walking like one leg straight.
Oh, he did look slick, though. He did look slick in his white suit and that.
He did.
Mate, what was with all... Did you notice like all the servers at the party and like the mermaids and stuff like that that were at the pool?
They look like crackheads.
They all look like they'd just gone and hired a bunch of crackheads to serve the guests. It was weird.
Were they the servers?
Well, if you look at the servers, they all look like long-haired crackheads as well. But then there was two mer people,
I've seen them too, yeah.
and they look like crackheads. Like
Yeah.
they just hired them to be mermaids. And it's like, what the hell was that about? Why are you hiring crackheads?
It was really random, wasn't it?
It was really random. Like it's not explained at all.
It didn't fit in with the rest of the scene.
No, it didn't. It was just kind of like, why are them two there?
Yeah.
Maybe they just wandered on the set one day.
Could have been.
It was just like, I'm going to be a mermaid today.
You, get over here. You're the mermaids what came. Where really like the real birds are like arrived 15 minutes late for set. And like, no, we got the mermaids already. You go away.
Yeah, you ain't the mermaids. We got the mermaids.
We got the mermaids already.
We got the mermaids. And then he finds a little shed that they're keeping Kelly in, which for some reason is like right in the middle of the party.
Literally.
I don't get why she just doesn't shout and scream and shout that she's locked in there.
Oh yeah, they would have heard it. He's there.
Because you got Buzz from Home Alone outside with his gun, scratching his head with the gun.
Yeah.
And then he goes up and puts his little air rifle in front of him, doesn't he? Takes
Yeah.
the gun and that, knocks him out.
Ties them up with duct tape.
Yeah.
Literally tied them up with duct tape.
When he punches through the door.
Oh my god. It's like, Kelly, you in there? Yeah, darling, I'm in here. Just puts his fist right through the door, whacks her in the stomach. He goes, oh, maybe next time just give me a free count, baby. And then he just dives head first.
Barges through the door right into
Just
her.
cleans her out.
Oh, no. Oh, Jesus.
And then David shouts from the upper deck of the garden. And then he fires his gun by mistake. It hits the barbecue gas tank, blowing the neighbour's top clean off and just blows the party up.
I had to watch that a couple of times to see what happens because he's like, Steve, you bet your gun goes off and the top just disappears, rips off. I'm like, what the hell? And he's just there wearing a wire.
That's random, wasn't it?
That was random. How did the top just pull off? I don't get how it happened.
It was random.
It was random. It was random.
And then I put on here, he drives off without taking any money. It was a bit odd.
Yeah.
And then whilst trying to escape, to try and drive through the gates like you see on all the action films.
That's the best bit. That's funny as fuck, that.
What happens, Eric?
Oh, so he's like, we're going to drive through this gate. I've seen it on films. And they drive up to it and just boom, stop, dead. Just stop 40 mile an hour to 0 like that. Gone.
No damage to the gates.
No. Gates are fine. Them two are fucked up.
Now, if that is not a good advertisement for them gates, I don't know what is.
I know. I want to know who makes them gates.
Exactly.
Jesus, I want them on my house. And then Steve catches up to them, drags him out of the car.
Very quickly.
Very quickly, yeah. I think he took a shortcut across the grass.
Because they were driving all the way around, to be fair, weren't they? He's even going, oh my God, it feels like I'm driving 100 miles an hour, but I'm only doing 25.
I love this bit, though, when he drags him out of the car and he throws him up against a truck that's by the front gate. And then as he's on the bonnet, like, he just looks up and there's the FBI agent's just like, hi. And then David manages to convince Steve to give a little confession of the FBI record.
Got lucky. He got very lucky.
He got very lucky.
Because the FBI, predicted the scene where they're going to be getting all the information from, just off the off chance.
I just love that, though, when he throws him down and he's just like, hello? Just...
Sometime later now, Kelly and David are on the courtyards of the steps,
Yeah.
And they're about to taken away to prison for the crimes.
Now,
I don't think somebody who's a
No.
convicted criminal, a man and a woman, two of them will be left unguarded outside.
on the courtroom
On the-
steps,
Yeah.
on the courthouse steps, just to have a quick chat. I
Did
don't
they have
think
handcuffs
so.
on?
They were chained up, and I think there was one guard behind them. But even so,
Mm.
I very much doubt they're going to say, "Oh, do us a favor." First of all, she was just chilling, sat outside for some reason.
Yep.
In her orange jumpsuit.
Yep.
And then, do you think he just said, "Oh, do you mind if I just go and have a word with me missus?" Like, no, that ain't going to happen. It's like, no, mate, no, you're going to jail.
Yes.
So you get, how long does he get? Like 7 years?
7 years he gets, yeah. But once he's in jail, he's panicking a little bit, isn't he? No, he's going to get bullied. He's going to be the
Yeah.
bitch of the prison
Gonna
yard.
get raped.
And everybody turned around and started clapping him because he's the biggest amount stolen
Yeah.
record, isn't it?
Yeah, the biggest cash amount stolen in US history or something, or at that time, or one
Like,
of the biggest.
I had like a bit of a burp, then building up, so I couldn't get my words out. And I was talking. I was like, I'll go, but no, it's gone.
But then we find out that the money's been accounted for, you burping bastard.
Burping bastard.
Burping bastard. Have you got it out now?
No, it's all right. It's a bit gassy, but is this Copperberg?
Oh,
Wait, it sits on your stomach.
like from last week.
Yeah, it feels like it's going like come up with the gas, but it's not.
You want me? I'll tell you what, that messed my stomach up last week.
Oh, same.
I was gassy as hell all night.
It just sits on your gut, doesn't it? Copperberg.
Yeah.
It's not.
As
It's
much
not
as I love
recommended
it,
in large amounts.
no, to get pissed on it, it's not recommended. No,
No, we drank too much of it last
we
week.
drank a lot. Yeah,
We got tiddly, got tipsy.
we
It was
got
a
little
funny
bit-
one.
It was.
So
a
go
funny
check
one.
it out, Junior.
Yes, episode 30 it was.
Oh,
Well, Anyway, we find out go back to this. We find out there's just $2 million missing in the
2.6.
for. $2.6 million unaccounted for. And we got a little cutscene to David, don't we? David with while he was mooching around the house, nicked one of the barrels and shoved it into the river, into the lake.
Just imagine the real guy.
Yeah.
Done that exact thing,
I know.
and the FBI are like, maybe we should check the lake
Would
on
he
the
have
off
to-
chance.
Would he have to give the money back? Because he can't be tried for it again, because obviously he's already served the time for stealing it.
Yeah.
But technically, then it's not his money, is it? Because it's stolen money.
I'm sure there would be a loophole they would use.
Reckon.
Yeah, but even at
Finders
the moment,
keepers,
the
losers
real
loophole.
life guy
Yeah.
has not spent much.
Unless he laundered the money through this film. Because I'm sure he got some money for selling the rights.
'Cause it says something about like a part-time producer or something.
Mm.
Could have been Steven
Maybe.
Seagal,
I was literally about to say maybe Seagal says shit out of it, allegedly.
allegedly.
Yeah. And then, as he comes out of prison, his good friend Mike is waiting for him.
With bangs.
Yes, with bangs.
Bangs.
Yeah. Mate, I'm not being funny. Would you, if you had a friend like that, would you shit yourself every time you're around him?
No.
Especially, would you not shit yourself thinking, like, is he going to find out the truth that we don't have the same name and we weren't born in the same place?
I think that's gone past it already.
Reckon?
Because he's already been trialed.
Well, yeah.
He'll be all over the news for everything, wouldn't it, for the crime? So obviously he must know his name. It's not really that, but they bonded really well whilst time they spent down in Mexico. Friends. But he's got his back.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
Well, yeah.
it's a good friend to have.
Yeah, but at the same
If you ever
time, he
needed
could
it,
just
you know what I mean?
he could just snap at any time and kind of kill you for no reason,
No.
slowly.
I don't
Take your
think he'll
life.
do his friends.
Life is mine.
Your life is mine. I
Your
like
life
the
is
struggle.
mine, David. And then someone pops out of his boot, doesn't it? Out of his trunk and runs off. But apparently, you don't go jogging round near a prison, do you?
No, because they just shoot you with a sniper rifle and leave your body for the vultures to come down.
For no reason.
For no reason.
The guy gets out the trunk of the car, runs off, and gets shot by one of the prison snipers.
Bear in mind, he's tied up.
Yeah.
He's
I
not
know.
got a gun on him or anything. He's
I
just
know.
tied up.
Oh, Jesus.
And then the credit rolls.
Yeah, and that's the end of the film, people.
However,
However.
one thing I really did like about the end of this, I love it when the film is based on a true story. And we get to see photos of the real people
Yes.
that the film's based on. I really like that. And you get the picture of Zach and the real David next to each other.
Yeah, yeah.
And he looks like the Tiger King on crack.
He does. He does. He really does, yeah. That's a good way to describe him, yeah.
He looked like Tiger King on crack.
He did look like the Tiger
And then we
King
see
on
the real
crack.
David. We didn't actually get to see the real Kelly, though, did we?
No, but I did look her up online and she's not pretty.
Oh, is she not?
Oh,
What she look like?
No. Like a horrible woman. If you...
God, you find that then?
Yeah.
And then another thing I really liked about this as well, which you don't get in many new films, it used to be really big back in like the early 2000s and 90s films, was the outtakes.
Oh, yeah.
And we've seen all the outtakes of the films, which was really, really good.
They were funny, especially like with the pictures and stuff.
Yeah. I liked it. I liked the way they did it.
Yeah, I've got them here.
Have you got
So
it?
here they are. So she kind of looks like the female version of Eminem.
What? Really is.
Yeah, so I'll try and put it up here. There's a picture of the real people as they've been caught, I think. So you've got David Gant, Steve Chambers, Michelle Chambers, and then you've got Kelly Campbell. He literally looks like as if Marshall Mathers had a mullet.
It really does. It really does.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, my God. Right. Take quiz results.
Yes.
What did we eat? Oh, sinks are goner. What are you doing? It's coming out of me like lava. Don't you fucking look at me. Ah!
Warm in here. So, if you think you know what that is, leave a comment below. Obviously, like, subscribe, etc., etc.
Well, you're going to tell him now, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm going to tell him.
So let us know if you know what it might be, but I'm going to tell you what it is right now.
Oh, shut your face, Darren. Shut your face. Anyway, that was what I think Bridesmaids.
No?
No,
Oh, it was.
I was going to say it's a scene when they're in the... They have all the shits, don't they?
Yeah, you watched me do it when you came.
Oh, shut up. We need to give them the illusion that I don't know what's going on.
I like breaking the fourth wall every so often.
Most weeks, I honestly don't know what the film is, but this week, Darren was being lazy and hadn't done it.
Listen, I had a wall to knock down.
I had a wall to knock down.
Well, I was waiting for you to turn up. You turned up 2.5 hours late.
An hour late?
It's currently 11:15 at night.
Yeah, so I turned up an hour late. We usually record till this time anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, we got on to the awards.
So if you want to play along with our awards that we give out to these films, so we give credit where credit is due, and obviously shit where shit is due.
Yeah, we throw shit where it needs to be.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
says it a bit better, doesn't it?
Yeah, we...
It's a late night.
we throw our shit like monkeys.
We do. Okay, the Best Actor Award, a.k.a. the King Kong Award.
Yeah, that's right. You better
There
walk
he is.
away. Go on, walk away, because I'm going to burn this motherfucker down. King Kong ain't got shit on me.
That's right,
Ooh.
the King Kong Award.
You want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
I think I know who you're going to pick.
Go on, who do you think I'm going to pick?
I think you'll go for Janice.
No.
Oh, I've gone for Mike.
Oh, have you? I've gone for Kristen Wiig. Kirsten Wiig.
Oh, you've gone
Kristen.
for... yeah.
Kelly, yeah. To be honest, I thought she played the role really well. I think that she had more of a character arc than anyone else because she kind of goes from just the bird who's kind of, I don't know, kind of trying to set David up.
Yeah.
To she proper gets the feels for him and starts to kind of move around to actually liking him and so on. So I thought she played it really well.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about why'd you go for Mike?
I liked his intensity. He was quite intense,
good.
wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
And he's like
He
bit
kind
crazy, unhinged.
He played crazy well. You
Yeah.
kind of didn't know what he was going to do next.
Yeah, really unpredictable.
Yeah, yeah.
So I like that with him. Worst actor is Steven Seagal. Golden Seagull Award.
I'm gonna take you to the bank, Senator Trent. To the blood bank.
All right.
Seagull.
Let's go.
Golden Seagull.
Cash in the blood.
Yes. So, do you want me to go first?
Go on.
I can't remember what her name is, but the wife.
What? Oh, yeah, she was pretty shit.
Yeah. One who married to Charlie Day.
Yeah.
In life.
I've gone for Steven's little sidekick, Buzz.
Oh yeah.
Buzz from Home Alone. He was garbage.
Really?
He was garbage.
To be honest, he was, but I was kind of just so taken by the fact oh my god, it's Buzz from Home Alone. And
Even when he was in
like,
Diner,
yeah,
right? Everybody's meant to be keeping their identities, the thing. He had the menu up to here in his face. He's good. They kept dropping it down, then picking it back up, popping his head up and down. And there's just so many scenes. It was just garbage.
Yeah, because when the police come to David and say, "What? So what did one of them look like?" He go, "Buzz from Home Alone."
Yeah, pretty much. You can see his face and everything. Best character,
Mike.
I've gone for David.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
See, I thought David, but then I thought, I really did like the Mike character. I thought he was really quite funny.
Right.
Yeah.
Worst character.
Steve, Owen Wilson's character.
Yeah. I've gone for the FBI agent.
Really?
Yeah. Probably a joint one with both of them. I didn't like either of them.
I suppose the dude, FBI agent. Which I liked her though. I like Leslie Jones. Funny. Three things.
Hot Babe.
Oh, Hot Babe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kristen Wiig, whoever her name is.
Yeah, go for her.
Yeah.
3 things you liked about it.
Go on, I'll go first.
Yeah.
So I love that scene where the musket backfires.
Yeah.
That just had me in stitches.
Yeah.
Because at first I was like, something's going to go wrong here. I don't know what's going to happen. He's going to miss him or something. You get no accuracy with them guns, but then when it explodes in his face and he falls off the balcony,
it's quality.
That means stitches. The wedding pictures.
Yep.
Every single one of them. Just amazing, that whole scene.
Yep. Same.
And then, like the bit at the end when the FBI agents are kind of like, huh?
In the car.
Yeah. When he starts fighting on the front of the van and he notices him and they're all kind of stood there like, oh, hello.
My 3 things that I really liked about this was the photo shoot, mainly the bit when Janice farts on him. That line that Zach gave, it just killed me.
A little fat trans man.
Oh my God, Janice. You farted right in my butthole. It's just like, what? And I like the outtakes.
Oh, yeah.
The outtakes at the end.
You don't see them anymore. I think.
No, that's what I liked about it.
You don't really see it in films anymore.
No, and I really enjoy that.
Yeah.
It's good. And the Fast and Furious moped fail.
That
was good.
Pedal and pop.
I won't lie to you. Pretty much going through this, I changed the 3 things about 10 times.
I did, to be honest.
I kept changing it all the time. I was like, the fish, with bit his hand, put that on it, and then shitting in the pool, replaced it with that, and then replaced it with the moped, and then replaced it with the bloody falling off the balcony when the musket blew up. Just kept changing it all the time for it. So if you want to let us know your personal awards for this film, contact us on
6andbelowpodcast@gmail.com.
That's right. Or let us know down below in the comments. If you do enjoy it, by the way, don't forget to hit that 5-star, thumbs up, and whatever way to like the podcast.
Yeah, and please subscribe.
And by the way, if you do write into us, we will read it out.
Yes.
And if you've got any suggestions of a film, let us know as well.
Yeah. Please. We're open to any suggestions.
Your personal rating.
My personal... I'd probably give this 6.5.
Okay.
I think it could be better.
Yeah.
But it is funny. It definitely deserves to be above 6.
6.8.
Have you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's around the same region.
Yeah.
I thought I'd give it a little bit more than 6.5.
It's not the funniest film in the world, but it's good and it makes you laugh. And there were very good laugh out loud moments.
I will be honest with you. I can't remember watching a film that made me laugh out loud so much. To the point I was pissing my sides laughing.
I don't know. The hot chick we watched the other week was had some moments in it.
Yeah,
that
did.
Me piss myself.
Right, we've got the Wall of Fame.
Yes.
Again, let us know down below in comments which section you would put it in. We've got 3 different categories. We've got one to skip, worth a watch, and a must-see.
This is a tough one.
It is.
It's definitely worth a watch.
Definitely.
Whether it's a must-see is kind of debatable. I don't know if it'd be everyone's cup of tea.
I mean, if you enjoy a good comedy where it's not too serious, based loosely on a real-life situation.
I think that adds to it, though, as well, the fact that this actually happened.
Like I say, I think for us, we kind of ruin it sometimes for ourselves because we watch it twice within a week.
Yeah.
And that can have a little bit of a negative effect on films, can't it? But personally, I would put it in the must-see. If you've never seen it before, I think you've got to go out and see it. You will not be disappointed. I think the critics have been really harsh onto it.
Yeah, well, like I said at the beginning, it surprised me that I'd never heard of this before, especially with the cast. You know, a lot of them are Saturday Night Live alumni. Lorne Michaels as producer and so on, based on a true story. Owen Wilson, you know, it's good. Yeah, I'll probably agree with you. I think it's a must see. I think you need to go out and you need to watch this because it is funny. Yeah, and there are some scenes in it will just have yourself in stitches.
It was
especially
like
the photo shoot and like we mentioned throughout it as well. Just listen to the dialogue and just listen to the little things like that David says, that Zach, whatever his bloody name is, says, and you know, it's just funny.
Really
some of the stuff he comes out with. But yeah, no, I'll agree with you. Must say. So it's going to join the prestigious list of Werewolves Within, Batman Forever, Jingle All the Way, Shazam, Beethoven, Street Fighter, and The Hot Chick.
I do wonder sometimes how we come out with some of these to go in our category. When we watch them back, we go, Jingle All the Way? Is that a must-see film?
I don't know. To be honest, I think we got caught up in the Christmas spirit for that one. It was like the first Christmas film I watched of the season. And I'm like, yeah, Jingle All the Way, woo! But then again, I do like that film, and I do consider it a bit of a classic for me.
It is.
Except I hate the kid. The kid in it is such a whiny asshole.
So it's a classic film you really like because you hate the kid?
Well, it's not so much no, luckily the kid's not in it that much, but just Arnie running around like a dickhead. And Sinbad in it as well. Good film. But no,
that's it.
The one I do tend to wonder about, and I haven't watched it since, would be Werewolves Within. But then again, I did enjoy that. It was one of the first ones we did as well.
It was.
I did enjoy that over than the ending. I did find that quite funny.
Yeah.
Thinking of it.
The thing as well, like I say, the reason why I love doing this podcast, not only it's a good way to catch up with your friends and stuff, but you get to see hidden gems. Like I say, Werewolves Within, never heard of it before.
Exactly, yeah. Half these films I probably would have never watched if it wasn't for this podcast, and some of them I probably, especially down your end, I probably wouldn't want to watch again. Like, I definitely would never watch Dragon Ball again.
I was about to say, do you want to revisit?
I don't want to revisit any of them. The only one on that list I would maybe revisit would be
The Punisher.
No, I couldn't even stand to watch that again.
Double Impact.
You know, Men in Black maybe at a push.
No.
Gun to my head, and you said watch one of the films, I'd probably say Men in Black.
What about Texas Chainsaw? You loved that one.
Oh, hell no. Hell no. That woman, oh, God, that woman, you just reminded me. What was her name? Fucking Sour Face McGee. At least she got her head cut off at the end, though. Her and her bloody mopey sister.
It's like Trinity or some shit like that, isn't it? It's like a weird name.
Mate, she was horrible. The whole way through it, they were like some horrible fucking hipsters coming to... Yeah.
It was quite good when they got killed, wasn't it?
Oh, it was disgusting.
It's rare on a horror film you root for the bad guy.
I know. I was really rooting for him, especially when that woman turned up who was supposed to be the woman for the first one, but wasn't actually the same actress because she died a few years before and literally just died straight away.
It was pointless.
It was pointless. It was.
Hey, Leatherface, I've been waiting 35 years to do this to you. Just gets killed.
I know.
Fuck.
I know.
Why just live in retirement, love, instead of like trying?
I know, she's fucking off her tits, and it wasn't even the same actress. Oh, mate, making me relive this. The thing is as well, right? Me and Darren, in our personal lives, we were chopping down a tree a few weeks back, and we were messing around. Not messing around, but we used a chainsaw.
Messing around with a chainsaw.
Well, yeah. Well, there's some questionable pictures of Darren doing a bit of Leatherface shit going on. But anyway, we actually used a chainsaw, and we were like, fuck me, this thing is so loud. You ain't sneaking up on anyone with this.
No. And how hard was it to cut through a tree branch?
I know. Let alone half the shit this guy cuts through.
It just throws it at people, cuts limbs off.
I know. I was thinking like it'd just go through like butter, and I'm talking this was like a proper petrol bloody chainsaw. And even then, it's like it wasn't going through the tree properly. It was harder than it looked. And yeah, he floorboards, shit pipes, people's heads
On the bus.
12
people in one go. It
Yeah.
just runs at them.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. But yeah, you'll live and learn.
Oh.
Anyway, should we call it a night?
What are you watching next week?
Oh, Jurassic Park, Dominion. The third one of Jurassic World Dominion. The third one of the new ones with Chris Pratt and that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going to be watching that.
I've
So
not seen that, so I'm quite looking forward to it.
I have seen it once, and have you seen the other two?
Right,
It kind of links in with them
Right.
too.
Which one is it where they kidnap the dinosaurs off the island and then put them into some guy's house in the basement?
That is the second one
Right.
of this new series.
Right, on that note, we're going to call it a night. So thank you very much for listening and watching.
I've been Eric.
I've been Darren.
Catch you next week for
And this is
Jurassic World.
6 and Below Movie Podcast.
Take care,
Bye-bye.
guys.